following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live, your new home for Chieftain athletics. It's time for the Chieftains on your new home for Tonganoxie High School athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by It's time for the Chieftains, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
The playoff run for the Chieftains continues on a special sub-state edition of Tonganoxie Sports Live as we return home to Beatty Field in Tonganoxie, Kansas, the site for the biggest and most important football game in program history, as the number 5 Tonganoxie Chieftains look to punch their ticket to Salina for their first ever state championship game. That they got to get past the 6th-ranked St. Thomas Aquinas Saints here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Of course, this presentation tonight is presented by Kansas Insurance. They believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client to see how they can help you protect what matters most. Give them a call, 913-369-6600, and we cruise along into the S&S Body pregame show. Since 1972, they've been the place to go to in Tongi for auto body and repair work. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. As always, I am joined alongside Dennis Drennan on color. I am Dylan Funk. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. It is a packed crowd here. We wish we could show you, but unfortunate circumstances, of course. But we move on. Like I had mentioned before, largest football game in program history for the Chieftains. That is no hyperbole. One of 36 teams in the entire state of Kansas that are still playing football. The Chieftains are one of them, as they are in the Final Four of the 4A bracket, as they won their first ever sectional championship game in a shootout last week at Atchison. One of the best games I think we have just seen, not just at the high school level, I mean, just at any level of football. They pull off the upset. They spoil Atchison's perfect season. They were 10-0 going into that one, the number 1 overall seed in 4A East. Let's talk about this offense before we get into the defense. They look back to their early season form, really highly efficient on their drives. They started the game 5 straight scoring drives, all for touchdowns in the first half, and a lot of it was on the shoulders of Colton Brusman. Yeah, and it was interesting to see in that second half, Atchison did make some adjustments and kind of shut down the running game, but Tongi was able to come up with some big passes when they needed it and keep some crucial drives alive and ended up on the winning side. And as for the defense, yes, they got 50 points put up on them, but they made stops and they got turnovers at points in the game where it really mattered the most. And both of them, the last 2 drives for the Phoenix, both ended on turnovers. There was the strip sack that set up the Jackson McWilliams field goal, that set up the touchdown, and then there was the interception from Noah Bailey that completely iced the game. Chieftains were able to run off. There was a little 5 or 6 minutes on the clock in the fourth quarter. They were able to run off the rest of the way. So give credit to that defense. They've been coming up huge with turnovers. 7 straight games now with a turnover, and they came up with 2 absolutely crucial ones to help the Chieftains punch their ticket here back home for a sub-state championship game. Yeah, and it'd be nice to be able to repeat that tonight because they do have their work cut out for them against the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints. They have a very, very good defense. And they have a powerful offense. So, I mean, there's really not a weak link on that team. But, never count these Tonganoxie Chieftains out because I'm telling you what,
they're like the little engine that could, and you don't want to overlook these boys.
Well, and it's like, when we last talked to Coach Preston Troyer, it was after the home playoff win in Week 9 against Ottawa, and he said that there's really no bad teams left. And he said it before, even before going into Atchison as well, to another, I believe it was Sports in Kansas or 810 Varsity, that did an interview with him. He said there's no weak teams left at this point. And definitely here in the Final Four, these are the two greatest teams in 4A East here tonight, Tonganoxie and St. Thomas Aquinas. Before we get more into that matchup, let's remember this team. Coming into the season, they didn't win at all on the road. They were 0-5. They lost their first road game of the year. Now all of a sudden we're sitting here talking about them in mid-November, pulling off back-to-back road wins in the playoffs to become regional and sectional champions at Chanute and Atchison, respectfully.
Well, and another point to bring up, your partner, is Tonganoxie beat Chanute and Atchison, and they were the only team that those teams lost to was to Tonganoxie.
That's exactly true. Yeah, at Chanute,
we beat them twice.
Yep.
They only had 2 losses, and they were both to us.
Yep, and then Atchison, obviously, they were 10-0. They lose to us. They put up 50 points in a loss. That was their third lowest point total put out in a game. 50 points. I mean, it was just absolutely absurd. We're going to break out that matchup and more in just a little bit, but they're going to try to keep the magic running tonight. Again, going up against St. Thomas Aquinas, the 6th seed, beat Fort Scott in the first round. They beat Bishop Miege in the regional round, and then last week putting it on Basehor Linwood to become sectional champions. They defeat the Bobcats 38-7. Chieftains going to try to right the ship tonight. Again, huge crowd on site. People still pouring in as well as we are closing in. Just under 25 minutes left to go till kickoff. When we come back, we're going to take another look at our final Around the Bracket matchups brought to you by Brothers Market on the other side here on the Chieftain Sports Network, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Boo! Hey, where are you going? Can't get by me. I'm number 1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm number 1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am the king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk. At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
All right, it is now time as we go around the bracket for our Around the Bracket matchups brought to you by Brothers Market. Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. We start in the Final Four in 6A on the east side. Number 1, Gardner Edgerton versus number 6, Blue Valley. And the Tigers have been dancing their way through the whole entire tournament. Now face their toughest test as one of the best teams in the whole entire state of Kansas. Gardner Edgerton, the Trailblazers, look to punch their ticket and get back to state. And Blue Valley knocking off number 2 Olathe North 42-21 in a stunner last week and upsetting the Eagles. Nobody saw that coming. On the west side, number 1 as well, Washburn Rule taking on the Derby Panthers, the 3rd seed. Rule handled Wichita East 35-14 last week. Meanwhile, Derby survived on the road in a nail-biter against number 2 seeded Manhattan Indians 23-21, and they are 1 win away from going back to state, are the Derby Panthers. Down to 5A we go. Probably the matchup of the night across the whole entire state. Number 2, Blue Valley Southwest. Can they knock off the 4-time defending state champions? 4 straight state championships have gone to the Mill Valley Jaguars. They're the 4 seed this year, and the T-Wolves have been one of the most outstanding teams this whole entire season, led by Dylan Dunn. Been throwing for 40-plus touchdowns, over 2,000 even. I think it might even have 3,000 yards through the air. I mean, it's just incredible the offense they run out there. They're trying to knock off Mill Valley so they can go to state next Saturday, where they will meet either number 1 Cape and Mount Carmel and number 2 Eisenhower. Cape defeating Mays South 57-47 in a shootout to advance. Eisenhower faced number 11 Mays, and they won 35-14. Mays pulling off upsets against number 6 Goddard and number 3 Liberal in the Week 9 and regional round of the playoffs. Their run came to an end last week against Eisenhower. And obviously here at 4A on the west side, number 1, Wamego taking on number 6, Andover Central. Wamego rolled Wellington 49-0 and have scored 40-plus points in each of their games so far this postseason. Looking to make it 4 straight tonight. Andover Central held out 28-21 on the road against McPherson to end their season last week. The Bullpups were on a pretty good run of their own, but not enough to overcome the Jaguars of Andover Central. And we have this one here tonight. Tonganoxie hosting St. Thomas Aquinas. Number 5 Tonganoxie versus number 6 St. Thomas. Usually 5 and 6. That's not the matchup you think about when you think of the sub-state finals, basically the state semifinals in each bracket. We're going to break down this matchup and more coming up on the other side on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active. The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com. The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West Campus or go to tongirec.org.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
I didn't know what a derecho was. Didn't know that kind of storm existed. I didn't worry a bit about my coverage. It did not let me down. I was not caught blindsided. The secret is to have an agent that gets you insured for your needs. If you don't have Farm Bureau, you don't have good insurance.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Welcome back into the broadcast tonight on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. We are in the S&S Body pregame show, and now let's take a look at last week's recap and our game analysis of this matchup here tonight, brought to you by the Tonganoxie Public Library, as they are proud to support the community in helping to provide exceptional community events for children and families through excellence, inclusion, persistence, and collaboration. Learn more at their website, www.tonganoxielibrary.org. How about this game last Friday, outlasting Atchison 57-7, and the only way we can say it is an all-time classic. The game saw 5 ties and 7 lead changes, along with 946 combined yards of offense and 107 combined
and 107 points. Yeah, it was unbelievable. I mean, it was like a track meet out there. There was very little defense, but Tonky came up big when they needed to get the stops.
Yeah, it was more kind of like a 7-on-7 or something along those lines. But the Chieftains, like we said, on defense, they were the ones that got the big stops, and they pull out 57-50. Trevor McGraw tonight completed 60% of his passes for 182 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a 143.8 QBR for everybody that's really interested in that. Let's remember about Trevor McGraw. Coming into this season, this was Talon Langford's team, and Trevor was going to obviously playing more a factor on the defensive side of the ball. He's still playing 2 ways. But when Talon goes down with the knee injury, it goes back to Trevor McGraw, who we hadn't seen start in a full varsity game in over 2 years at that point. He had 1 drive in his junior year at Baser Linwood and ends up breaking the collarbone, out for the rest of the year. We didn't quite know what we were getting with him, and it has been so fun watching him mature from when we last saw him 2 years ago until this season. I mean, he has just been a totally different person back there, and I think the right person to have control of the reins for this Chieftain offense.
Yeah, no question about it, and I think he's just gotten better and better every week because the chemistry he has with Isaiah Holdhouse, and I'm telling you what, when they hook up, he's dropping dimes to him, or Holdhouse is going up and high pointing it. It's fun to watch. It's kind of like Kelsey and Mahomes.
As the high school marching band now, led by Charles Van Middlesworth, makes their way out to the field, welcoming the record-breaking crowd on hand tonight. About expected 3,000 plus on hand of Tonganoxie fans. They are showing out tonight. We talk about Trevor and we talk about Isaiah, but we cannot go any further without talking about Colton Bruisman. We talk about somebody who has just been white hot since the playoffs started. 47 total carries, 255 yards, and 4 touchdowns last week.
200 of those in the first half.
Yeah, he had 197 of them were all at halftime, including the go-ahead touchdown with 6:22 left to go in the fourth quarter of that game as well. And for Tanner Hand, 13 carries, 62 yards, averaging just under 5 yards per carry in that game.
He had some really big carries, too, to pick up first downs.
And we talk about Tanner Hand all throughout the year, and I feel like we've been saying it for the past 2 or 3 weeks straight, which is good. Talk about the ultimate opportunist. There was points in that game where Bruisman was just getting bottled up. There were 9, 10, even all 11 Atchison red jerseys were crashing down on Bruisman, keying on him in the backfield. So they turned to the young junior who's going to be the star player back there next year, along with Talon Langford, both going to be in their senior campaigns. Turn to him and say, all right, we need you to step up for us on a drive. He did that. He came up huge in the fourth quarter. He also had that big kickoff return that set up the Chieftains in the red zone in the fourth quarter. That set up the McWilliams 30-yard field goal to tie it at 50 apiece, and then they score a touchdown a drive later. I mean, just bigger time for him to step up.
Yeah, and if you go back and look at the replay, he had a classic stiff arm on an Atchison player to get that return.
Yeah, and give credit to the Tongi student media. If you follow them on any social media, Facebook, Twitter, and on YouTube, they posted a little hype video, about 2 minutes. We wanted to play it on live air, but the music would probably get us copyrighted, but we just want to say shout out to them. They got a lot of great video and footage, not just of last week, but also clips from the whole season as well. I highly recommend everybody, while you're already here on YouTube, just look up Tongi student media, give them a like, give them a follow, and watch that clip. They'll get you hyped up for this matchup here tonight. as well. And the Chieftains offense, they needed everybody to step up and make plays last week, and that's exactly what they did. Isaiah Holthouse, 3 receptions, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns, one from 56, the other one from 9 yards. Todd Brown, 2 receptions, 68 yards. Got a big touchdown for the Chieftains. They were, again, the run game was stalling up. Coming out of the halftime locker room, they punt on their first drive. So what do? They just throw a screen right down the line of scrimmage, give it to Todd Brown, makes a man miss. Speedster takes it to the house. And Tyler Pankey, only 1 reception, but it was a big 13 yards. It was a 3rd and 10 on that last offensive drive for Tonganoxie. If they didn't convert, Atchison was going to get the ball back with no timeouts, but they still had time on the clock. Actually, I believe at that time they still had 1 timeout left. They had to burn it after this reception for Tyler Pankey. I just feel like that's what he's been like all year long. He has been the guy that's going to put up 9 receptions for 110 yards and 3 touchdowns. But when you need a big 3rd down conversion or you just need a big snag over the middle, dial up number 11 because he's going to be your guy.
Yeah, no kidding. He's been awesome in that role this year for the Chieftains, and hopefully we can see that again tonight.
And like I said, this defense, even though they've given up 50 points last week, gave up 457 total yards, or most in any game so far this year, to Atchison. They gutted it out and closed the door when they needed to. That strip sack, like we talked about, caused by Isaiah Holthouse, how great he has been defensively over the past 2 weeks, and recovered by Tommy Messersmith. He had a sack against Atchison in that game as well, and Noah Bailey's game-sealing interception right in front of the Tonky sideline as well. Everybody just jumping up and down as he took it into Atchison territory, and the Chieftains were able to melt off the rest of the remaining clock. So now they get to play in their first ever sub-state championship football game against number 6 St. Thomas Aquinas. They defeat Basel Linwood last week 38-7. Defense made things really, really tough for the Basel Linwood passing game. Brady Van Dong that played a great game against Tonganoxie all the way back in week 1, the season opener, but that wasn't the best ball. We knew that Baser team was probably better than when we had seen him, and they played much better football throughout the year, but Van Dong held to 0 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, including a pick 6 on the first drive of the game. His QBR 17.5 on the game. And Aquinas, that front 6, they make it really, really hard to run, especially up the middle. The Chieftains, they're going to try to get some outside zone going early and often, and they held Basel Linwood to 170 total yards of offense compared to 308 total yards of offense that Aquinas had on offense. 283 of those 308 were on the ground. 3 running backs with 10-plus carries, led by their senior running back, Cole Richardson, 23 carries, 151 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And that's not even their go-to guy. Gianni Rizzi, who's been battling some injuries throughout the year, he did not play last week. He suited up tonight. Could be on a limited basis. We'll have to wait and see. But this team, they like to pound the rock, move the change, chew up clock, and control the game from the line of scrimmage. So
that's a recipe to win.
So the gauntlet's going to be thrown down on this Chieftain defense, especially that front 6. Coach Bond's been getting in their ear all week long. Hey, this is a team that basically likes to do what we do. Come in. We're going to tell you where we're going to run it and say, try to stop it. Can the Chieftains stop it tonight? That's going to be the big question. And if they can limit Aquinas on that end and force their quarterback to try to beat you with his arm, they're going to have a chance.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And Tonganoxie, I think, is they need to be balanced on offense, and they need to be able to hit some of those short passes, and so that Aquinas can't stack 9 people in the box, because that can be a long night for the Chieftains.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with that more. When we come back, we're going to take our final break. We're going to have our starting lineups and our keys to the game. All that coming up on the other side here on the Chieftain Sports Network, Tonganoxie Sports Live, as we are just under 8 minutes away from kickoff here in Beatty Field.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Thinking about starting your next outdoor home project? Be sure to call 811 before you dig. After calling 811, wait a few days for utilities to mark your yard with paint or flags to avoid unintentionally hitting a utility line. Hitting a buried line can disrupt service in your area, cost money to repair, or cause serious injury. Southern Star asks you to help protect our community. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Transform the look and feel of your home with the perfect flooring from Midwest Carpet Center in downtown Tonganoxie. Discover a world of exquisite carpets, stunning hardwoods, and luxurious vinyl. With over 20 years of trusted service, they are your local flooring experts. And they're so much more than just carpet. Shop a variety of styles from quality brands like Shaw, Anderson Tuftex, Hortec, and so much more. From cozy living rooms to elegant bedrooms, sleek kitchens to stunning baths, you'll find it all at Midwest Carpet Center. Explore online at MidwestCarpetCenter.com.
Tongi Nation, are you ready?
So, in case you can't tell, again, we wish we could show you, but there's some specific people that say we can't. But that is the loud ovation from the home crowd tonight, 3,000 plus strong, as the Chieftains come out of the tunnel and take the field for their first ever sub-state championship game tonight.
I don't think there's an empty seat in the house, partner.
There is not. The bleachers are full, and the fence that goes along the track and stuff, I mean, people are standing up at them. I haven't seen this place this full. I would probably have to go back, at least just from my personal experience, go back to 2017, the last ever Call Valley League championship game, Tonganoxie and Baser-Linwood.
Yep.
Obviously, a lot of Baser folks were in the house that night as well. A lot of Aquinas fans making the trip down as well. I mean, it is almost like a true sellout here at Beatty Field.
Yeah, partner, I just want to throw in here, we've been really fortunate, as have the Chieftains, with the weather. We're going to have a kickoff. It's going to be about 48 degrees at kickoff, falling down into the lower to mid 40s by the fourth quarter. So, and virtually no wind whatsoever. So, it's our job tonight to paint a picture, and we've got the coin toss coming up. Partner, I'll let you call that out.
Yep. So it looks like Ryder Sparks, Trevor McGraw, Colton Brusman, the captains for Tonganoxie. There's about 4 or 5 of them out there for Aquinas.
Yeah, we can't see their jersey numbers.
I see a lot of media outlets are here for this game as well. You can see one of the news stations, they're lifting a camera above the players at midfield. Coin toss is down. It's kind of hard to tell initially who had won. It looks like Tonganoxie might be. Here we go. Now the White Hats telling them to stand side by side.
Face-off Sparks won the toss. Chose the second half. Tonganoxie will be received.
Okay, so everyone can hear that. Aquinas won the toss. They will defer. So the Chieftain offense are going to get first crack at it. Try to come out and get on top of the Saints early and keep it that way. Let's take a look now at our starting lineups tonight. These are brought to you by Team Tongi, as they donated more than $190,000 to Tonganoxie Family Store, and how you can help make a difference and about upcoming events. Check out their website, www.teamtongi.com. The same 11 on both sides that's gotten them this far, so why would you change it now?
Yeah. Well, the atmosphere here is just electric. I mean, it's really, you can just feel it.
And real quick, as we get ready, about a minute and a half until kickoff, this crowd is just rocking and rolling tonight, partner. We got to get in some of our keys to the game tonight. These are brought to you by First Security Bank. First Security Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. And I will turn it over to you now.
Well, I believe tonight, if the Chieftains are going to be successful, they're going to have to throw the ball because Aquinas has a really stout front line. So what would even be better is if they could be a little more balanced, establish the run, but then also be able to use the passing game to pick up first downs and move the sticks. So, and as always, and it doesn't matter what it is, but especially in the playoffs, you cannot turn the ball over. You cannot make stupid mistakes and have big penalties. So those are really the keys to the game, and I also believe tonight that the kicking game could come into play because I think this is going to be a field position game, as you talked about last week, where Baser Linwood was giving them Aquinas short fields for touchdowns. So we got to avoid that tonight.
This opening kickoff tonight brought to you by Lynch Real Estate. They're your hometown real estate company that will help you buy your first home all the way to your dream home and make your real estate dreams come true. Visit Dan Lynch and his team today in Tonganoxie. It is not a hyperbole to say this is the largest and most important football game in program history. For the first time ever, the Chieftains partaking in a sub-state championship game. They are getting ready to receive. Aquinas will kick off. Max Dolfer, number 42, is going to kick it off, teed up at the 40-yard line. Chieftains going to be attacking the north end zone, the one closest to the highway, and they'll be defending the end zone closest to the field house. Back to return, Colton Brusman and Tanner Hand heels right around the 2-yard line, expecting a big boot away right here. Not an empty seat in this stadium.
It looks
tonight.
like on either side. Looks like there's people standing on the other side even.
This is, for the first time, both these teams squaring off on the gridiron. The St. Thomas Aquinas Saints, the 6th seed, taking on your Tonganoxie Chieftains, the 5 seed. Winner has a date on Turkey Weekend in Salina.
Yeah, we'll try and paint you a picture here. The Chieftains are wearing white pants with a red stripe down the leg. They're wearing their red jerseys, white helmets. It looks awesome.
Yep,
they look like the Chiefs.
Yep, and Aquinas coming out, gold bottoms, white jerseys, and gold lids with the navy blue face mask. Looks a lot kind of like a Notre Dame.
Yeah, it really does. Those domes really look like Notre Dame.
So right now there's 12 minutes on the board. We are officially ready for kickoff. There's some kind of delay on the field, and there is a drone that is hovering over the field right now. So this is something that they're going to have to try to get cleared out here. I'm trying to look for it up in the sky. I can see it.
Yeah.
Yep, they are. It is now moving out the field of play. We are going to be ready for kickoff once the official gives the green light. And we are going to run.
I know both teams had a drone tonight, so I'm not sure whose that was.
And for this Tonganoxie offense coming off 57-point performance. They put up 28 the week before against Chanute. I think it's kind of important, too, because last week they got the confidence that the offense can put up in a shootout.
Yeah.
And then they also know the defense can come up and limit offenses in a tight one as well.
And let's give that Atchison offense credit, because I'm telling you what, they're for real.
All right, now we are officially ready for the kickoff. Dolfer taking his steps, long strides, boots it into the air. We are officially underway.
It's going to be returnable.
Inside the 10, Tanner Hand. He had a big return against Atchison, stretching out near side, near the 20, spun down right around the 22-yard line. That is where Tonganoxie will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Let's take a look at the matchups. Our offense against their defense. Third scoring offense for the Chieftains. Meanwhile, for Aquinas, the 6th total defense in all of 4A. You can see there the rushing defense second in all of 4A for Aquinas. That's going to be a big factor here tonight for the Chieftains. Obviously a run-heavy offense. They can get it done with the arm as well. One back in the backfield, 2 receivers at the top of your screen. Snap is back, and it is put on the ground as he was trying to put in the chest of Colton Brusman. Not a great start for the Chieftains. They have turned it over, and Aquinas is going to take over inside the 20.
It's exactly what you didn't want to do.
It was off the snap McGraw was trying to give it to Colton Bruce as he was coming on the left side of the line. Again, going with that outside zone, and it just was dropped. Looks like neither of them really got a good handle of it. Aquinas got a turnover off base for Linwood. It was a pick 6 on the first drive for the Bobcats, and now they get a fumble recovery here. They're going to take over 1st and 10 at the Chieftain 18-yard line. Broken T formation. Aiden Skinner, the quarterback, is going to be under center. Tight ends loaded up on the right side. They're going to pitch out. Now they put it on the turf. Chieftains trying to jump on top of it, but
I don't think they got it.
Yep, getting back on top of it. Aquinas, Gianni Rizzi, the 5'7", 182-pound senior running back, one of the 27 seniors that Aquinas is carrying here on their team tonight. Able to get back on top of it. Loss of 1, though.
Yeah, it looked like they were setting up the jet sweep there.
Ace tight, man in motion along the left side. Another handoff up the middle
job,
to
Tongi.
Rizzi. Able to pick up a couple, maybe 3. It's
going to be physical tonight, partner.
It's going to bring up a third and 8. Maybe third and a short 9. Let's see where they officially put it. 3rd and 9 at the 17.
This is huge, but this is 4-down territory.
Crowd starting to get loud now. Skinner, pitch out, far left side. Rizzi running with it. Head of steam near the first down marker. Inside the 10-yard line, he's going to go, and he's got plenty. It's goal to go upcoming for the Saints.
Sure did look like a hold on the outside there.
They just pitching it out there. Rizzi had a lot of green space in front of him. Outside zone along the left side. It's a gain of 10 from the 17 to the 7. They go in a goal to go situation. Under center again is Skinner. Man in motion coming to the right side of the line. They're going to give it to Rizzi up the middle off the 8-gap. Touchdown Saints marching it in from 7 yards out, and they catch in on the opening fumble for Tonganoxie, and they will take a 6-0 lead pending the extra point.
The Chieftains are just going to have to overcome that. I mean, it's bad fortune.
Doing damage all on the ground right there for St. Thomas Aquinas. Dofler back on for the extra point attempt. Low snap collected by the holder. It's up and good as it splits the upright. 7-0. Chieftains trailing, I believe, for the first time in this game. After a turnover on their first drive, Aquinas cashes it in not even 2 minutes into this game. 7-0 Saints. 10:25 mark of the second quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chieftain football on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
So Aquinas wasting no time. The Chieftains fumble it on their very first play of scrimmage. They take over 1st and 10 at the Chieftain 18, and they punch it in a handful of plays later. 7-yard touchdown run from Gianni Rizzi. Didn't play last week against Baser Linwood. Been battling some injuries. Last played 2 weeks ago in the regional round against Baser Linwood. Now a return set up here for Tanner Hand.
Good return.
Takes it up the middle, chips shy of the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 29, upcoming for the Chieftain offense on their second drive of the game.
Another good return for Tanner Hand.
1st and 10 Chieftains, they're on 29-yard line.
And now it's already down 7-0 for the second week in a row for this offense. Now you just got to come out.
Yep.
It was their first drive of the game last week against Edson. Now it being their second. But how do they respond here? Now faces some pressure. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Bruisman, the low man in the backfield. He's going to get it along the left side, trying to stretch out, wrapped up around the waist and brought down right near the line of scrimmage. Kylan Curtis
Number 20, Killian Curtis.
brings him down
No gain.
pretty quickly there.
10 Chieftains.
And just, I think, maybe just getting one, just a half yard.
Yeah, I got a half a yard.
2nd and 9. Straight up from the 30-yard line now for the Chieftains. Two receivers near side, Holthouse and Brown. Schmidt, the lone receiver at the top of your screen. Bruisman now on the left hip of Trevor McGraw. Claps his hands out, gets a snap. Play action, gets it out quickly on the slant.
Man.
Almost intercepted. He was looking for Isaiah Holthouse near side. Coming in on it was number 8, Cooper Wortman.
Yeah, he read that really well, and he broke on the ball. And it just went through his hands, so hopefully the Chieftains can recover here.
And we said this was so crucial for the Chieftains to try to stay out of. Tonight was these 3rd and longs. Now 3rd and 9. McGraw feeling pressure, scrambling in the pocket. It goes in quickly, and he is swallowed up behind the line at the 25 for a sack. Getting back there first, number 56, Kean Payne. Payne, a 3-star commit to South Dakota State. Second on the team in tackles and first in tackles for loss. That's its 8th of the season, and the Chieftain offense fumble on the first drive, now a punt on the second one, already down 7-0.
Yeah, we got to hope that McWilliams gets a good punt here.
Gets it away. End over end, takes a straight bounce at the 50. Helmets are off. Tommy Messersmith right on the near sideline. It's taken in. Aquinas still going to have great starting field position inside their own 45-yard line. Like we had mentioned, Tommy Messersmith looked like he and another Aquinas Saint, that was number 35, Joey Goodnow. And we're really duking it out on the near sideline in front of the Tongi bench. Messersmith loosened his hat. No whistles, no flags were thrown, though. Now Aquinas will take over 9:02, 7-0 with the lead, forcing the Chieftains to punt. We'll see what they can do here.
Yeah, this is just what we said we didn't want to do. Keys to the game is to give Aquinas good field position. And
airing it out and just down to the upstretched fingertips, looking for Joe Lohman, their favorite wide receiver target. Lead the man in coverage. Far away, looks like Noah Bailey as he was going up the Aquinas sideline. He was inside the 20. It would have been a big hitter. They could have connected, but it's an incomplete pass from Aiden Skinner, the senior quarterback, on his first passing attempt of the night.
Now, Bailey didn't have bad coverage on that, but the Aquinas receiver had a step on him.
Running on the ground straight up the middle. And this time the Chieftain defense does a great job bowing their neck. Stopped right at the 50. Forward progress. Oh, man, they're going to give him that's an extra 3 yards there. Yeah. I'm not sure about.
They give him a good spot.
Well, they backed him up one.
They backed it up.
That's still to the Chieftain 48. They're going to say again. It looked like he was stood up right at the 50. Might have taken it to the 49.
Yeah. All those big guys for Aquinas got behind him and pushed him.
So Aquinas now 3rd down and 5. Up the middle. No, it's a pitch outside with room, but escorted out of bounds. Great job containing. Elsie Slaughter was the wingback that was going in jet motion along the left side. They faked the give to Rizzi up the middle. Skinner running out with its speed option. Tips it out there to Slaughter.
That brings up a 4th down. Let's see if it looks like Aquinas is going to go for it. On 4th and
takes it to the Chieftain 45. Needs to get it to the 43. 4th and 2 for Aquinas. Bunch formation here. Slaughter in motion on the left side
again.
They got
him to jump. No,
movement.
They got back.
No flag, though, from the Tongi line. They definitely crossed, but nobody on that offensive line jumped. And now a timeout's going to be forced here by Aquinas. 4th and 2 from the 45. They tried to get Tongi to jump. They initially did it, but nobody moved on an offensive line, so no flag was thrown. And now we'll see if they're really committed to going for it here on 4th down. First time out of the game burned by St. Thomas Aquinas.
Grateful for physician assistant Ken Filsinger and Eagle Scout Hall of Fame athletic trainer Mark Catfield of LMHL for being on the sidelines tonight to provide sports medicine support for our athletes. LMHL is proud to be the official.
Both teams taking their time in the huddle right now. Just real quick, partners, just kind of what have you been seeing so far? I mean, really limited snaps right now, but
exactly what we didn't want to see. We turned the ball over on the first possession, and Aquinas was able to take it in for an early score. And we got stopped 3 and out and punted, and they still have good field position near midfield. And we'll see what kind of decision they make here on 4th. And that looks like a long 2 at about the 40.
Yeah, right. Those are the footballs right at the 45-yard line.
Yeah,
The Chieftain 45.
They got to get to the 43. They're going to go.
4th and 2 after the timeout. See if they go for it here.
Big down.
It's a handoff up the middle. Rizzi A lot of Chieftains in the area, but second effort, he's able to squirt loose. They couldn't wrap him up enough.
Yeah.
Would have been stopped for about no gain or just a gain of 1. Instead, he gets through to the 41 and moves the chains for Aquinas.
Well, they had him stood up at the line of scrimmage, but second effort gets him the first down.
From the Chieftain 41.
Our first fourth down conversion of the game coming from Aquinas. Again, tight formation, 2 wingbacks. One of them in motion. It's a handoff right up the middle to Rizzi. Strong running, stood up, but not before he picks up about 6 on that carry. Even 5, they'll say.
This Aquinas offense has a lot of motion, so the Chieftain defenders need to be assignment sound and not look at the eye candy in the backfield.
This is the 6th game on the season for Gianni Rizzi. 110 carries coming in, 733 yards. That's 7 yards per carry, along with 7 touchdowns, average 146 yards per game that he plays. They go right back to Rizzi. They're trying to chop him down at the legs, but he's still able to plow through. Takes a dive near the first down marker, and they're going to go ahead and give it to him. Back-to-back carries of 5 yards
and
for the Aquinas senior.
Again, they had 2 Tongi defenders on him, one around the ankles, and he just was able to get a couple of extra yards after contact.
And again, this broken T formation. So the quarterback is under center. Rizzi is only lined up about 2 yards behind his quarterback. 2 wing backs are lined up on the outside hips of the tackles or the tight end. Now Skinner looking to throw. Man wide open. Pass to Sticks. Takes a tumble down. Inside the 20 will go. It's a gain of about 13 through the air.
Now, he was wide open. There was no defender around him. That had to be broken coverage.
Looks like Raftery Jackson, number 23. I believe. Hear that? Or I believe it's actually Kalen Arndt, number 23, a 5'8", 191-pound sophomore running back coming out of the backfield there. Still good completion through the air. Now up the middle. Breaking tackles, touchdown. St. Thomas Aquinas. Rizzi from 18 yards out takes it up. About the B gap on the right side between the guard and the tackle. Broke some tackles along the way. And quickly Aquinas on top of Tonganoxie, now 13-0.
You don't want to get down early to a good team, and that's just what the Chieftains have done.
Coming out for the extra point attempt. Good snap, good hold. It's up, splits the uprights, 14-0, just like that. Aquinas jumping on top of Tonganoxie, not giving them barely any breathing room right now. This Chieftain offense really has to come out, try to put a drive together now. Already down by 2 touchdowns. Let's see if they can do it. 5:58 mark of quarter number 1. Aquinas 14, Tonganoxie nothing.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Back here, Aquinas going to be kicking it back to Tonganoxie. Already down 14-0 are the Chieftains. 2 touchdown runs from Gianni Rizzi, senior running back for Aquinas. 1 from 7 yards, that last one from 17. They kick it off in the air. Colton Brusman now on the return. Plants a leg, weaving his way through defenders. Near the 30 is where he's going to get tripped up. Another decent return for Tonganoxie. I think another thing we do have to point out here, since all of our viewers are listening at home instead of watching from home tonight, is that Aquinas platoon. So that means they have 11 on offense and 11 on defense. So every time this Chieftain team comes out with a lot of players playing both ways, including Isaiah Holthouse, Trevor McGraw, and Colton Brusman and others, especially on that offensive line, they're facing a team, the unit out there that saw the last drive from the sideline, has some fresh legs. Let's see how that works out for them moving forward. It's a handoff on first down. Colton Brusman right up the middle and going pretty much nowhere. I think able to muster out just 1 yard. Took a solid lick as well. Colton Brusman hasn't been able to broke one really for a Colton Brusman signature run, usually running for about, looks like he's going to get stopped for 3-4 yards, makes a man miss, takes it for almost 7, 8, or 9. He's being bottled up so far here for St. Thomas Aquinas. 2nd and 9 for the Chieftains at their own 31-yard line. Coming up, Brusman, low man in the backfield, 2 receivers at the top, Holthouse and Brown. Schmidt, the receiver, on the Tongi sideline. Play action. McGraw steps up in the pocket, throws right side, incomplete, was looking again. I believe that was Isaiah Holthouse. Second time he has looked his way and just sailed it wide right and out of reach of Isaiah Holthouse. It goes into the Aquinas bench. And again, another 3rd and long upcoming, 3rd and 9.
Yeah, it looks like the Chieftains may have some butterflies.
You know, those butterflies right now are the size of bats.
Yeah.
Got to find a way to
get
a hold of them. 3rd and 9. Obvious passing down here for the Chieftains. They're going to run with it. Colton Brusman had ahead his steam. It gets up, ended at about the 34-yard line. Not going to be enough. Needed to get to the 40. And out comes the punting unit for the Chieftains.
A lot of speed on that Aquinas defense.
Top number 35, Joey Goodenhouse.
Third offensive drive for the Chieftains. Turnover on their first one, and then now back-to-back punts. Jackson McWilliams standing right at the 20. Snap is back to him. Heard of Saints come. He gets it away safely, though. It's going to take a bounce and will roll inside the Aquinas 30, and will stop right at the 25-yard line.
Good kick by McWilliams.
Good one indeed, as Aquinas definitely was bringing some pressure there, but not enough to get the block on it. Now can this Chieftain defense come out and get a stop?
No, they got to stop them on this drive.
As offensively for Aquinas, 35 total touchdowns on offense.
You can't get down 3 scores in the first quarter to these guys.
They're the third rushing offense in all of 4A at 260 yards per game.
And you can see why.
So 1st and 10 right at the 25. Whistles blow.
Timeout, Tongi.
Tongi's got to take a timeout. Formation was not right there. Didn't like what they saw with what Aquinas was lining up with. First timeout burned by Tongi, each team with 2 remaining here. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 25 for Aquinas when we return here on the Chieftain Sports Network, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
So out of the timeout now, both teams having to burn one. 14-0 advantage for St. Thomas Aquinas. This is their 3rd offensive drive. It was a good punt for Jackson McWilliams to set them up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And there's still going to be a stoppage here for this Tongi defense. Coach Matt Bond, the defensive coordinator, and having to come out, give a talk to his team right now. Now they disperse, and now we're ready to resume play. Chieftain defense definitely going to need a stop here, trying to hang in this one. Outside zone on the left side. Sung down near the waist, still able to stay on his feet. Walks the tightrope, 1st down and more. On the run, Cole Richardson was the star back last week for Aquinas. And it was just a simple pitch out along that left side, had ahead of steam. It looked like, I think it was Kendall Smith, the right defensive end. Well, they'd have made contact with him right around the line of scrimmage, but he was still able to stay on his feet and stay in bounds and walk the tightrope.
1st and 10 Saints.
Yeah, you can't arm tackle these guys.
It took that one 11 yards. For the first official carry of the game for Cole Richardson. Skinner going to pass over the middle of the field. 2 Chieftains in the area. It falls down incomplete, looking for his receiver.
That was excellent coverage by the Chieftains there.
Miles Backus is who he was looking for, a big body receiver. Standing 6'4" on the roster here, but it's incomplete.
He's a big guy. Well, and on that offensive and defensive line, they've been playing this number 75, Julian Marks, who's been offered a D1 scholarship. He's 6'6", 265, so he's a hand load.
University of Missouri also getting offers from Auburn, Cincinnati, and Alabama as well. Run up the middle. Richardson gets upended right there. Great job crashing in. I believe that's TJ Leeper, number 52, and it was got through the offensive line, trying to stretch it out on that left side of the offensive line again, but TJ Leeper gets through, up ends Cole Richardson, only a gain of 1. It's going to bring up a crucial 3rd down and 9 from the Aquinas 37.
Chieftains need to hold them here.
You can hear the crowd starting to get into it now. One receiver out on the near side. It's a handoff up the middle. Chieftains wrap him up as he goes past the 40. I believe that's Rizzi. Like the handoff. No, it's Richardson again. Up the middle. Inside the 40. He goes to the 43. They need to take it to the 47 to convert, and they are huddled up, and it looks like they are going to be going for it again, looking to convert their second straight fourth down.
Got to stop them here if you're the Chieftains.
Slaughter, the man in motion. Skinner hands up the middle.
He's
I
short.
don't think he got there. He
Nope.
shot about the 45, already signaling turnover on downs. The Chieftain defense gets the big stop, and they're going to take over in Aquinas territory.
That's what we needed now. We need to get the ball moving. We haven't picked up a first down yet. Big statement by the Chieftain defense there.
Just a tribe of Chieftains that were clogging up the middle. For Cole Richardson, he got cut down at the legs. He tried to extend that ball out, got it to the 43. He got 2, he needed 4. And the Chieftains will take over. 1st and 10 at the Aquinas 45-yard line. The clock stopped just a second under 3 minutes in this first quarter. What can the Chieftain offense do here to try to cut this deficit potentially in half? Bruisman, the low man in the backfield. McGraw turns right, gives it to him, makes a cut up the middle. That's the first good run of the night for Colton Bruisman. For progress. I think they're going to say he picked up 5 as he takes it to the 40.
Well, that's what you got to see here.
Well, then they pick it up and take it back.
Oh, no, it's about 3.5. Tanner Hand coming in now. So you'll have Tanner Hand and Colton Bruisman.
We're going to have a 2-back set. This is what the Chieftains went to when they were really struggling to get any momentum going against Atchison in that third quarter and even the start of the fourth quarter. Bruisman on the left, Hand on the right, and they're going to give it to Hand. Following his lead blocks, he's going to take it to the 40, but not much more. That's at least going to bring up a 3rd and manageable for the Chieftains, as they're just going to need 4. Possibly 5, just depending on the spot here. Definitely took it past the 40.
Almost a long 4.
35 Chieftains from the Saints 40.
Big 3rd down here.
3rd down and 5.
Partner, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say you got to go for it on 4th down.
Wildcat formation here. Bruisman, direct snap, takes it, has a gap along the right side, churning the legs, churning. Saints pushing him back, though, and he's still going to be short.
Yeah, but
only picking up 2 yards, maybe 3.
Talking about number 56, Keon Payne.
4th down.
Keon Payne again on the stop. Already calling that young man's name a lot. They're going to say he only picked up 1 yard.
Oh, man, that looked
and
like
all of that.
Yeah.
Not sure. Not entirely sure.
Well, I like the call here. I think you got to be aggressive, being down 2 scores here.
Still in the Wildcat formation as well. Chieftains loaded up. Holthouse and Pankey, the tight ends, loaded up along the left side. Direct snap, it's low. Bruisman able to contain it, though, and he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and the Chieftains now get turned over on downs. Aquinas is going to take over essentially where they gave it to the Chieftains inside their own 40-yard line.
And we still haven't picked up a first down.
Have not yet.
Turnover on down brings up 1st and 10. St. Thomas.
The defense has been spending a lot of time on the field.
It was up the middle. Keon Payne, among others, that just driving back the center and the interior guards, the interior offensive line for the Chieftains, now allowing Bruisman to get any kind of chance to try to stretch it outside. Defensive ends also keeping great contain as well. This was the strength for the Aquinas team, was their defense coming in. There was no secret. It's a handoff to Richardson up the middle near midfield down at the Aquinas 49. And another solid carry on first down for the Saints as we are closing in on the final minute of quarter number 1. So he picked up 6 on that carry from Cole Richardson, who's now been taking the brunt of the workload on the past 2 drives. They give it to him again. First down and more up the middle, splitting the defense, 25, 15, 10, 5. Brightly on his heels, tripped him down inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line, but still a big hitter on 2nd and 4 for the Aquinas Saints. And they are hurrying here, trying to maybe go with a little bit up-tempo. Now they'll slow things down, getting the ball spotted right at the 3-yard line, 3 yards away from potentially taking a 21-0 lead.
Not what you wanted to see if you're the Chieftains.
Nearly 50 yards even on that carry from Richardson. Now under center, Skinner hands it to Richardson. Left side, stopped up, not going anywhere. Kendall Smith crashing down. Sakai Glover, Colton Brisbane among others, wrapping him up and bringing him down. That's going to back him up 1 yard from the 3 to the 4. They'll go. It's still second and goal.
No gain.
Well, let's see if this Chieftain defense can bow their neck and keep them out of the end zone.
And time is running down, and that's going to do it for the first quarter of action. Chieftains down 14-0. It's going to be second and goal from the 4-yard line for Aquinas, trying to take a 3-touchdown lead when we return on the Chieftain Sports Network, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Across the 20, the 15, the 10, 5. Colton McKenna, his third touchdown of the game.
Like in the net, that'll be a point for Baldwin.
A first touch volley. The substituted forward across the goal line. Touchdown, Trojan.
At an opening on the near side. Is he going to take it? Yes, he is. Kaplinger will take it to the house.
Transform the look and feel of your home with the perfect flooring from Midwest Carpet Center in downtown Tonganoxie. Discover a world of exquisite carpets, stunning hardwoods, and luxurious vinyl. With over 20 years of trusted service, they are your local flooring experts. And they're so much more than just carpet. Shop a variety of styles from quality brands like Shaw, Anderson Tuftex, Hortec, and so much more. From cozy living rooms to elegant bedrooms, sleek kitchens to stunning baths, you'll find it all at Midwest Carpet Center. Explore online at MidwestCarpetCenter.com.
Welcome back into Tonganoxie Sports Live, our audio-only broadcast tonight. We all know the reasons why. Here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, 14-0 Aquinas with the lead, and they have the ball near the goal line. Second and goal from the 4. Richardson, a handoff again up the middle, and again the Chieftain defense is there to push him backwards. I'm going to say, I think, might just give him half a yard. He takes it from about the 4 to about the 3.5 yard line. Still, this Chieftain defense, at least for the time being, making it tough for Aquinas. It was a big 50-yard run towards the end of the first quarter for Cole Richardson to set up Aquinas inside the 5-yard line. And now a third down and goal play. They'll fake the give to Richardson, throw it to the end zone. A couple of Saints are in the area. It goes incomplete. Brendan Briley, the nearest in coverage. I mean, they had two of them out there. The intended receiver closest to it, Braden Conley, number 25, and I believe number 8 was out there as well, and Cooper Wortman. I couldn't see if it was 8, if it was 6. If it was 6, it would be Gianni Rizzi. It's an incompletion, but it's fourth and goal at the 4, and Aquinas is going to go for it.
Yeah, and I know they have a good place kicker, but they're confident they can push it in.
Well, and I think for Aquinas, you think if they stop you here, well, Tommy's going to take over inside the 5, or Aquinas is going to go.
Where your defense is playing.
Fake the toss, throw, right side, it's going to be over the head, and incomplete. And the Tonganoxie defense makes another stop, turnover on downs.
Yep.
Aquinas took over inside the Chieftain 5. And yet for 4 straight plays, the Chieftain defense keeps them out of the end zone. It keeps this game in reach for the time being.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Chieftains have to start from their own 3-yard line.
I think you take that than
being down 3 scores.
Being down 21-0 potentially.
Well, they need to get it out of the shadow of their end zone, though.
This is the problem for the Chieftain offense. Whole first quarter have yet to convert a first down. They had a fumble on the very first play from scrimmage. They got the opening kickoff, and then their next 2 drives were a punt, and then a turnover on downs for the Chieftains. Trying to turn it around here. McGraw's going to pass from the end zone. Pressure from behind, and it's in the air, and it's intercepted. It's going to be run in for a pick six.
Dadgummit.
McGraw, pressure was coming from behind. Defender might have got a piece on it. That time, Cooper Wortman got a hand on it and brings it in. 2 hands, takes it back to the end zone. And just a gut punch to this Tonganoxie offense. That defense, back-to-back turnover on downs. The last one coming from within the red zone, inside the 5-yard line, and now possibly a deflected pass leads to an interception for Wortman. Extra point is a low liner, but is good. It gets over the crossbar. 21 unanswered points for St. Thomas Aquinas to start this game. 11 minutes, 14 seconds in the second quarter. We're going to be back after this quick break on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
Welcome back.
Sure doesn't happen very often, that's for sure.
21-0. Aquinas hot out of the gates. They scored touchdowns on their first 2 offensive drives, get turned over on downs their next 2. First play for the Chieftains at the 4-yard line. They're going to pass in the end zone. Trevor McGraw, pressure was coming along on the left side of the offensive line. Might have had his arm deflected or hit as he was going into his throwing motion. It went straight in the air, and Cooper Wortman, the senior defensive back for St. Thomas Aquinas, took it in at a 5-yard line. Easy pick 6 that he has probably had of his life. Aquinas now booting it deep into the air. Bruisman going to have to bring it out from the 5-yard line, angling it out on the left side, nearing the Aquinas bench, and gets wrapped up and taken down inside the 20, right around to the 25.
Tackle number 24, Dylan Marshall.
Well, the Chieftains need to do something on this drive, or this could end up being a long night.
25-yard line.
Already 2 turnovers.
Yeah,
in this game.
That's led to touchdowns. Exactly what you didn't want to do.
And that was the big Achilles heel for Baser Linwood last week. 4 total turnovers in that game, 3 interceptions and a fumble loss. So far tonight, a pick 6 and a fumble loss for the Chieftains. Let's see if they try to go to the air even more here. They are. They're going to get it out quick. Todd Brown brings it in, turns around quickly, gets around one Saint defender. It's a good pickup near the first down marker. Needed to get
first down.
Needed to get to the 36, got to the 37 for a gain of 11 through the air, and the Chieftains finally getting their first down of the game. Now McGraw looking over to the sideline, getting the play, relaying it to his offensive line. 2 receivers to the near side of the Tongi sideline. Holtzhaus, the lone receiver on the far side of the field. Brown sent in motion on the jet sweep. They're going to hand it to him, stretching out left side, trying to follow his blockers. A lot of Saints in the area, and he's going to get wrapped up back to the 29-yard line. A big tackle for loss there as the Chieftains try to get cute there on the jet motion. It's going to end up being almost a loss of 7 or 8.
Oh, man. Well, the Chieftains are going to have to throw the ball now. They're down 3 scores in the first half. They're going to have to throw it.
Minus 7 yards. Back-to-back completions for Todd Brown now, but only 4 total net yards to show for it after the gain of 11 on his first catch, that time going backwards for 7. Line is 4 men lined up, 2 linebackers. They got 6 men in the box. Everybody else spread out, ready to defend a pass. So what obviously is going to be a passing down, 2nd and 17. Bruisman transition over to the right side, fake the give to him. They throw almost another interception, looking for Holthaus again, and it was Wortman again that almost would have had his 2nd in back-to-back defensive stance. And they are not making it easy on the senior gunslinger for Tonganoxie, Trevor McGraw.
3rd, 17, Chieftains.
Yeah, they're getting pressure on him too, so he's got to get rid of it.
Hadn't really had the time to step in the pocket and let either Holthaus or somebody get the double move and throw downfield.
Yeah, that pocket is collapsing quickly.
Julian Marks and company bringing pressure up the middle. Marks lined up on the nose guard. They're going to go on the ground this time. Bruisman with it. Has a good, decent carry. Takes it good for about a gain of, well, about a gain of 6. Almost gets it back to the original line of scrimmage, but still 4th down looming. And on comes the punting unit once again. For Tonganoxie, it's going to be their 3rd punt in the game. One man back to return for St. Thomas Aquinas. They're loading up. They're going to be bringing pressure again. They get it back almost again, but McWilliams able to get it away. It takes a bounce inside the 35, rolls out right around the 30. Let's see where
it's a decent punt.
Line judge going to take it to the 29 for St. Thomas Aquinas.
But we can all be winners for life for practicing good sportsmanship.
Real quick, while we do have some time, we want to give a shout out to the Chieftain Stars dance team as they were competing at their state tournament earlier today in Topeka. Ended up coming away, finishing 5th place, the 5th best dancing team in all of 4A high schools in the state of Kansas. So
congratulations to those ladies.
Congratulations to our dance team. Skinner on the first play is going to pitch it out and wrapped up. Just going to be a minimal gain of about 3. Last second trying to pitch it out to LZ Slaughter, the junior. That's a Kai Glover right there on the spot to wrap him up and bring him down.
Tackle by number 6, Kendall Smith, and number 5.
Kendall Smith in there as well.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 for the Saints.
The second official carry of the night for Slaughter. Under center come the Saints. Man in motion on the left side. Handoff up the middle. It's Rizzi, and he is breaking loose into Chieftain territory. Stiff arm, has a block on Trevor McGraw, still going inside the 20. He goes another big run for the Saints. Going to set him up in the red zone, taking him for the 32 inside the 20. A big field flipper there for Aquinas.
First and 10 Aquinas. The Chieftain 21.
47 on that carry for Rizzi, who had 2 touchdowns in the game, and then they put Cole Richardson in the backfield, let him get some carries in. Rizzi, that's his first carry since his last touchdown from 17 yards out, takes that one for 47. Sets the Chieftains up 1st and 10 at the 21. 1st and 10 Saints at the Chieftain 21. Skinner to throw again. Loftman is open, and Braskett is caught. Put right in the bread basket. Touchdown Aquinas for 21 yards out.
Scored number 14, Joe Loftman.
He was wide open, too. Well-designed play for Aquinas.
As for Loftman, it's his 17th reception of the year and his 6th touchdown of the 2023 season as well. The extra point pending for Aquinas, up and good. 4 straight points. Touchdown drives. Just 4 straight touchdowns, I should say, for Aquinas.
Yeah, they got 1 defensive score.
Oasis Pools and Spas. Brothers Market.
Well, the Chieftains are going to have to find some fortitude here and see if they can find a way to get some first downs here.
Going to have to try to figure something out here quick, fast, and in a hurry. For Aquinas, this is only their 2nd year that they've been competing in the 4A bracket. They compete in 5A and pretty much all their other sports except for football. They came down to 4A last year. They're here this year, and I believe they're going back up to 5A starting next year as well. They opened up in the first round a win against Fort Scott, and then they went on the next round to take out the defending state champion Bishop Miege Stags 14-7. They routed Baser and Linwood, and it looks like another potential route could be on here tonight. Not in favor of the Chieftains, 28-0. They are down 8 minutes, 27 seconds in the second quarter. The kick is up in the air for Aquinas in the direction of Colton Brusman. He's going to return it inside his own 10, angling out right side, tracked down from behind.
Oh, that should be a horse collar. There it is.
And there it is, a horse collar tackle. Flag is thrown. It's going to be our first official flag of the game. Brusman a little bit slow to get up.
Yeah, no kidding.
Got run down from behind. I don't know how they held it in their pocket for 2-3 seconds. It was so blatantly obvious, but nonetheless, Chieftain's going to get at least some help here. It's going to be 15 yards off the horse collar tackle.
That'll help the field position.
During the return, personal foul, horse collar tackle on the defense. 15 yards to the end of the run.
You see it there, 15 yards added to the end of the run. First penalty of the game for either team. That's going to move the Chieftains up right at the 30. Doubling the field position there for Tongi. 1st and 10 at the 30. 8 minutes, 20 seconds left. Each team with 2 timeouts. And they need to. It's really hard to say that you got to have a touchdown here this early in the ball game, but I don't think it's a hyperbole. You need a touchdown here. Try to get it to Holthouse, and it's just out of his hands, incomplete. He dropped it. There's going to be a slew of Saints in the area as well. Really would have made it tough on him.
Yeah.
And we could see why that this Aquinas defense coming in, they were really the talk of the town.
Now, they read that well. If Holthouse had caught that, I don't know that he even made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Chieftains will try to come reset here. One receiver on each side. Ball on the right hash. McGraw joined by Brusman in the backfield. It's a handoff to Brusman along the left side. Had a big hole. Hit it hard. And a good gain of 5 from the 30 to the 35. Is going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Number 24, Dylan Marshall.
Yeah, number 24 was the one that made the tackle, and he's coming off because he's hobbled. So he got the worst of that collision.
That's Dylan Marshall, one of the seniors and one of the captains for this Aquinas team. Definitely was hobbled. Went over to the sideline. He is out, at least for the time being. Went out on his own power, though, so everything should be okay. Well, meanwhile, 3rd and 5, what undoubtedly is 4-down territory for the Chieftains at their own 35-yard line. Snap is back to McGraw. Fakes to give the Brusman. Throw near the sticks and dropped again. This time, Todd Brown.
He tried to run with it before he caught it.
Closing in quickly was Blake O'Brien for Aquinas. And now, how about this? Chieftains sending out the punting unit. And, I don't know. It's kind of tough. You're down 28-0. Do you send the punting unit out in this situation?
Yeah, I think you do here because if you give Aquinas another short field, you could be in real trouble before halftime. I mean, you're already down 4 scores. You can't go down 5. And even think you're going to have a chance of coming back.
Snap is back to Brusman. Ball soaring through the air.
Good
Aquinas
punt.
just going to let it roll.
Go.
Takes a nice roll inside the 10-yard line. It'll stop up.
That's why you kick it.
Right at the 7-yard line. Jax McWilliams, quite frankly, really the only bright spot for the Chieftains so far tonight on special teams. Another great punt. Sets Aquinas up inside the 10-yard line at their own 7. We also know this Chieftain defense come out. They had some stops, turned Aquinas away, especially the second time around where it was goal to go for Aquinas at the 3-yard line. Still weren't able to convert. And then they got the pick 6 one play later, and it's just been really, really hard for this Chieftain team to try to build up any momentum. Let's see if they can try to do it here. 1st and 10, they'll say at the 8 now. And it looks like it's a design keep here for Aiden Skinner, the quarterback, past the 40, near midfield, past the Tongi 40 now, sidesteps and out of bounds at the 35. So take the punt from Jax McWilliams, basically off the board there.
Yeah. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
And a design keep for the quarterback, Aiden Skinner.
Man.
What a big play there.
1st and 10, Saints from the Chieftain 37.
Another run, 47. Skinner's first official rush of the game now. Aquinas now back in business here. Handoff up the middle. It goes, breaking some tackles along the way. Like to attack right in the A gap. Like to follow the interior lineman, the center, and the 2 guards. That's only just a gain of 2, though, for Rizzi, as he will come out and Cole Richardson will take his place in the backfield. And we talk about the dual threat the Chieftains have had at times with Colton Brusman and Tanner Hand. Aquinas has one of themselves between Richardson and Rizzi.
Richardson is like 6'4".
They give it to Richardson up the middle, crashing down on the edge. TJ Leeper in there, Tucker McGuire as well, limiting Richardson. That time only about a gain of 1. From the 35 to the 34 now, 3rd down and 7.
With 7 yards to go, it's 3rd down.
More substitutions coming out for St. Thomas Aquinas. Lohman, who just got the last touchdown, he trots off the field, so he's not in the game right now. Richardson, the lone man in the backfield. Skinner under center, 2 wing backs. One on the left side in motion. Skinner fakes the give, looking along the left side, throws a bullet.
Is it intercepted?
Contested.
Oh.
Back judge is just saying incomplete.
Yeah, I think it skipped on the ground.
Brendan Briley, the one in coverage, made a play on that ball. It skips on the turf, incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. 5 minutes, 49 seconds. The clock stops here in the 2nd quarter.
Aquinas has not punted yet tonight.
Have not.
It's 4th down.
1 for 3. on fourth down tries. They haven't been able to convert on their last two. Now 4th and 7. Skinner to pass. Scrambling up the middle. Kendall Smith wraps him up. Tommy Messersmith in there as well. The third stop on 4th down by this Chieftain defense. And Aiden Skinner a little bit slow to get up. Now he is hobbled, favoring that left knee, that left leg being helped off by one of his fellow linemen. And now Aiden Skinner appears to be a little bit hobbled here. We'll see how that impacts this game moving forward. Meanwhile, for this offense, you got to take advantage here.
Yeah.
Your defense going out, giving you a third stop in this game. Got to make something of it.
Yeah, you've got to put points up here if you want to compete the second half.
Snap back to McGraw, up the middle. Bruceman, big hole on the right side.
Close quickly, though. Man, there's a lot of speed on that Aquinas team.
Still takes it for a gain of 4, respectively, for Colton Bruceman.
Yeah, normally you see Bruceman go through a hole like that. You know, that's a big gainer, but, man, these guys are fast.
And it's right between the guard and tackle
Yeah.
on the right side for Tonganoxie. Over on that right side, it's anchored Cale Dye and Braden Folsom. And Bruceman, like you said, he usually takes those for 10+. This time only for 4, and now this time gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That's Payne again, Kean Payne, the senior. Crashes down on the, coming around the left side of the offensive line on the right side of the defensive line at the edge spot. No gain, 3rd and 7 upcoming.
No gain. 3rd and 6.
It's a big third down here. You need to pick this up.
At their own 35-yard line, 3rd down and 7 for the Chieftains. And flags are thrown, a false start. Motion late there from the Aquinas defensive front. Got somebody on that front line to jump. 52.
TJ Leeper.
TJ Leeper.
You don't see that out of him very often.
3rd and 7 now becomes 3rd and 12 off the false start. Calls for it, snap back to McGraw, gets it out quickly again. Holthouse up high through the hands and incomplete. McGraw and Holthouse not able to hook up yet. That's the 4th straight incompletion of the game. And once again, punting unit is out for Tonganoxie as they cannot convert. And the false start there, maybe a potential drive killer as that backed them up to 4th and 12.
Penalties.
They got on the board as 4th and 11. It was 4th and 12.
And turnovers.
Yep. Back to McWilliams. He's been doing a really great job on the punting unit so far tonight. It takes another good roll inside the 25, down at the 23, where Aquinas will take over. So this offense is really just stuck in a rut right now. The defense has shown flashes, really, when they've been able to get out there and at least turn away, especially on a short field. I think that's worth noting. When Aquinas took over inside the 5-yard line, still turned over on downs, but they're not really getting any help from the offense right now.
None at all.
It makes it really, really hard for this defense to ask them to keep going out there and bottling up this Aquinas offense. Aiden Skinner, like we said, hobbled off the last drive. He is back in the game under center. Pulled it last second, pulled out to the wing back. He's got a lot of space, makes a man miss, tripped up after picking up a first down. Past the 35, he will go near the 40. On that, it's Will Callahan, number 33. And a Chieftain is down on the turf right now. Mark Padfield, the athletic trainer, going out to attend to him. Looks like TJ Leeper.
No, they can't afford to lose TJ.
Officials for this evening's game between Tonganoxie and Aquinas are Jeff Freeman, Ryan Crowley.
Looks like Leeper is down there attending to him. We're going to step aside for a moment as they work on him. Aquinas' first set of downs picked up. 1st and 10 from their own 37 coming up next year on Tonga Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back at the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
So TJ Leeper looks like he just got the wind knocked out of him. He walks off onto the sideline under his own power, escorted by Mark Padfield, the head athletic trainer here from Lawrence Memorial Hospital. And now we resume action. A run up the middle, good for about 6 for Cole Richardson. They take it up the middle on 1st and 10.
The ball carrier. Tackled by number 20, Tommy Messersmith.
Tommy Messersmith in on the stop for the Chieftains. This clock continues to run now under 4 minutes left to go. And you can see Holthouse here on the sideline is trying to just play a quick game of catch right now. He's had many passes thrown his way. A couple of them have been wide, but he's had a couple drops as well. You know, like I think we've said, the receiver's trying to run with the ball before they catch it, but still got to look into your hands. Now a big run up the middle. Cole Richardson makes one man miss inside the 20 to the 15 to 10, still weaving his way in into the end zone. Touchdown Aquinas. 57-yard touchdown run for Cole Richardson, his first of the game.
Tough night for the Chieftains.
Just busted it right up the middle and broke off a couple of tackles. It was just kind of weaving his way through the field. Trevor McGraw was close to making a stop, but it was really hard with his back kind of turned to him to try to turn all the way around and slow Richardson down, and he sneaks it into the front left pylon of the north end zone closest to the highway. And just like that, Aquinas running away with this one, 35-0, 3:18 mark of the second quarter.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Welcome back in on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan, our audio-only broadcast. You know who to call. 35-0. Aquinas with the lead over Tonganoxie. And it's starting to get to the point now where on offense, the Chieftains are going to have to go out. They're going to have to start putting up some points. And I think at this point, you got to say we no longer have a punter, as well as the return is taken inside the 10-yard line. A return brought out past the 20 to the 22, 23-yard line. So far, this is already going to be the 9th offensive possession for the Chieftains here. Start with a turnover, back-to-back punt, a turnover on down, a pick 6, and then now 3 straight punts.
Yep.
Trying to break the cycle here somehow. Trips to the right side of the line, closest to the Tongi sideline. Brisbane, the man in the backfield with McGraw on his right side. They're going to give it to him. And the run game, again, just not working, not going.
You got to throw it.
Number 16 brings the ball carrier for the Chieftains.
But we haven't been very successful doing that either.
Number 20, Kelly Curtis.
I mean, you're down 5 scores, you got to throw the ball. Because the clock is definitely not your friend.
And we talked about it coming into this game that obviously Aquinas was going to look at the tape and know, all right, we got to shut 16 down.
Yeah.
And then what are they going to do after that? And we knew coming into this the Chieftains were going to have a more balanced approach on offense, but really, I mean, through the air, it hasn't been working at all. They're going to go through the air this time. McGraw with some time just heaves over the middle in the hands of Tyler Pankey. It was knocked out of the hands. Blake O'Brien closed in, put a helmet right on the ball and knocked it out. Pretty textbook.
Nice play. I mean, you just tip your hat to that. That was just a good defensive play.
Would have been a big pickup there, about 13, 14 yards for the Chieftains. Would have taken them near the 40. Instead, another third down and long, third down and 10 from their own 22.
Yeah, give it to Trevor McGraw there. That pocket was breaking down quickly, and he still stepped up and
through contact as well.
Yeah, he made a good throw.
Going to need something here. You know, Aquinas pinning their ears back.
Oh, they're going to run it?
Along the left side.
They're going to lose yardage.
I think he
maybe yard.
just was able to pick up Just a little bit, not very much. But the punt unit, again, coming out for the Chieftains, as just nothing has been working so far tonight.
You can't give them a short field with 2 minutes to play or they'll put up another one on you.
Really trying to put faith in this defense right now. Shown the capabilities to stop the Aquinas offense. They gave a 57-yard touchdown run last time out. Now another punt out. This one is blocked and is scooped up by Aquinas. A little bit of a return's going to take it to the 30. McWilliams taking some contact up there as well. It took a second for him to get up. He's jogging off okay. But Aquinas, now they're going to get a short field regardless.
Yep.
And every time the Chieftains have punted, they have come so close and so close.
Yeah, they get home this
time. A punt. That time they do. Fourth straight punt for Tonganoxie. Now with just a little over a minute and a half in the second quarter. Aquinas, they put up 38 last week, already with 35, looking to break 40. First and 10 at the 31 off the block punt. And they pitch it out. Far side here on the left side, breaking tackles. He's going to go 31 yards, touchdown Aquinas. Xavier Backham, number 31, a freshman.
That was number 10, bud. As a senior, Gavin Middendorf.
Middendorf, my apologies then.
You probably see some freshmen before this game's over.
$41-0. The kicker, who wears number 42, splits the uprights and makes it a 42-0 ball game. Aquinas leading the Chieftains right now, 123. They needed one play on that last drive, 31 yards. Gavin Middendorf taking it, his first rushing touchdown of the night. Aiden Skinner with one passing touchdown. Giovanni Rizzi with 2 rushing touchdowns. Richardson with a rushing touchdown. The defense has had a pick 6. Now Middendorf getting in on the fun. His 31-yard touchdown run is going to make it a 42-0 ball game.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
$42-0 Aquinas over Tonganoxie right now. And if you're here with us on Tonganoxie Sports Live, we appreciate your support tonight. There were other options and other avenues you could watch this game tonight. Couldn't do it for free, though. So we appreciate your support and standing with us tonight. Tonganoxie trying to get something going. Another return taken at the 5 from Colton Bruisman. Able to break one tackle from behind and a stop just short of a return. He'll take over at the 24-yard line for Colton Bruisman. Longest run of the night so far for Colton, only 7 yards. Everything else has been 3 yards or less.
Yep.
A lot of no gains, a couple of negative gains. And offensively for Trevor McGraw, he now has 5 straight incompletions, 2 of 8 on the night for 4 yards and then the interception. This offense now comes out deep hole here. What can they do? They're going to stick it on the ground right now. Bruisman outside zone along the right side, still able to pick up a couple there. I don't know. It's really tough when you're in the position of the play caller right now. That's Preston Troyer, of course. But I mean, what are you trying to dial up on offense here? Because I mean, it's really 42-0. You think you got to start airing it out right now, but
you're down 6 scores. I mean, you got to throw the ball. You can't. You run the ball. I don't know. I don't get it.
They give 3 to Bruisman on that last carry. 2nd and 7. Clock now under 30 seconds here. Chieftains again line it up. Look like they're going to be running. Loaded up on the left side. They do. Bruisman trying to go up the middle.
Nothing.
Wrapped up. Just about a yard maybe a yard and a half past the line of scrimmage.
I think the Chieftains just want to get to the locker room.
Yep, players,
they're not going to run another
players
play.
and coaches taking the headsets off. They're already heading back to the locker room right now. And Aquinas is coming in and has punched the Chieftains in the mouth and has taken their lunch money as well. 42-0. Saints leading the Chieftains.
Yeah, we got to hope for a tale of two halves here. That's all we can do now.
It's really just about it. Chieftains need to make some adjustments here. Let's see what we do. We'll be back with the White Birch Property halftime show coming up next here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West Campus or go to tongirec.org.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Transform the look and feel of your home with the perfect flooring from Midwest Carpet Center in downtown Tonganoxie. Discover a world of exquisite carpets, stunning hardwoods, and luxurious vinyl. With over 20 years of trusted service, they are your local flooring experts. And they're so much more than just carpet. Shop a variety of styles from quality brands like Shaw, Anderson Tuftex, Hortec, and so much more. From cozy living rooms to elegant bedrooms, sleek kitchens to stunning baths, you'll find it all at Midwest Carpet Center. Explore online at MidwestCarpetCenter.com.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hey, great party. Oh, thanks. Here you go. One hamburger, medium well. This is well done. No. That's medium well. What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned. That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Welcome back into our audio-only broadcast here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk here with you as we are now in the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. At White Birch Properties, you have a team of agents ready to help you buy or sell that next house and lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007. 42-0. Aquinas on top of the Chieftains right now, and it has just been a game that, quite frankly, has not been pretty at all, and it was disaster from the get-go for the Chieftains. Very first play of the game, they received the opening kickoff. First play, they go for a handoff to Colton Bruisman, and somewhere in the transfer from McGraw to Bruisman, it was just dropped on the turf. So Aquinas jumped on top of it, took over first and 10 at the 18, punching in a few plays later from Gianni Rizzi. 6th game that he is playing in this season. He's been battling some injuries throughout the year. He played one game in the playoffs in the regional round against Bishop Miege. He had 30-plus carries in that one, over 150 yards and a couple touchdowns as well. He did not play last week against Baser Linwood, so he's coming in with some fresh legs tonight, and he's been doing a pretty good job along with the rest of the team as well. Just basically from there, it's been all Aquinas really. I mean, from they start the game, 2 straight touchdown drives, and then the Tonga defense was able to bow their neck and get 2 straight turnover on downs. The second one coming from a big Aquinas run from Cole Richardson that set the Saints up goal to go inside the Chieftain 5-yard line at the 4. And it was 4 straight plays of going backwards or for no gain. And then a play later, the Chieftain offense gets back out there. They go for a pass. McGraw in his own end zone got hit from behind as he was throwing it. It went right in the air to Cooper Wortman. He took it for a pick 6. Aquinas getting the ball back shortly after that. Had 2 more touchdown drives, 1 more turnover on down. As for the Chieftains, 9 total drives in this game. Turnover, punt, turnover on downs, pick 6, punt, and a punt. And that last drive, they just let the clock go to 0. They ran the ball a couple times, ran out about the final minute 20, minute 12 that was up there, and they are in the locker room right now. And right now, it's just the mood of this stadium right now coming in. We knew it was going to be a record-breaking crowd on hand tonight, 3,000-plus strong. Every bleacher seat was full here on the Chieftain sideline. The Aquinas crowd was well-traveled as well. Their bleachers are full. They got a good student section. That section's full. Our student section full as well, but just a lot of low heads right now. And you can tell the energy is just not quite as electric. It is not as intense as it was to start this game early during the pregame routines and right up to kickoff, as Aquinas has just come out and punched the Chieftains right in the mouth, just like I said before we went to the halftime locker room. We're going to step away again as the high school band is out on the field performing their halftime routine. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, we're going to give some of our stats and stuff to you guys. We're going to try to check in on some of those other sub-state championship games happening around the state of Kansas here in just a little bit. Keep it tuned into the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back at the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Thinking about starting your next outdoor home project? be sure to call 811 before you dig. After calling 811, wait a few days for utilities to mark your yard with paint or flags to avoid unintentionally hitting a utility line. Hitting a buried line can disrupt service in your area, cost money to repair, or cause serious injury. Southern Star asks you to help protect our community. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Welcome back in the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Let's get to some of our quick stats here. We'll start on the Tongi side, and has not been pretty. Just a spoiler alert for really both quarterbacks tonight. We start with Trevor McGraw, 2 of 8 through the air for only 4 yards, 1 interception. You can't really blame him necessarily for the interception. Again, he was in the motion of throwing. He was hit from behind. Ball was straight up in the air. He has had a couple of passes tonight, though, that have been close to interceptions. That Aquinas secondary and the pass rush has definitely been making it hard on this whole Tongi offense. Colton Bruisman, 12 carries, 24 yards so far on night. Tanner Hand only 1 carry for 2 yards. We saw the Chieftains go with that 2-back set of Hand and Bruisman in the backfield. Hand only got it once, and then they went with Bruisman a couple times. They even went with the Wildcat formation. We know the Chieftains really like to break out the Wildcat when they're a little bit slow on offense. They had 1 run for 7 yards by Colton Bruisman out of the Wildcat. That's been his longest rush of the night so far on 12 carries, 24 total yards. Both completions for Trevor McGraw have been to Todd Brown, the longest play of the night for the Chieftain offense, 11 yards through the air, and the fresh set of downs were picked up by Todd Brown. They went to him right at the next play on the jet motion, giving it off to him. It was a loss of 7. And from there, the Chieftain offense, they really haven't been able to recover. Brown has had a couple of drops. Pankey, they're going to say he's had 1 drop. He was hit over the middle. It was a big second or third down play for the Chieftains. Would have converted. It would have been a good game of about 14 yards. That would have set them up near the 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line. But right as it was going into the hands of Tyler Pankey, a Aquinas defender came in, put his helmet right on the ball. A really textbook and a really good defensive play on the pass breakup. Holthouse has been targeted 4 times, 3 drops. 1 that was just really out of his way. There was no chance he could catch it, as Aquinas has been locking him down so far tonight. On the Aquinas side, Aiden Skinner, the senior quarterback, 2 of 8 through the air as well. 35 yards and 1 touchdown pass. That one was for Joe Lohman from 21 yards out early in the second quarter, where Aiden Skinner also has a 1 rush for 47 total yards. Giovanni Rizzi back in this game, 10 carries, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns. And Cole Richardson, 10 carries, 37 yards, and 1 touchdown. So Rizzi has been the main go-to back for the Saints, but Richardson's been getting it done as well. Rizzi with 3 touchdowns, Richardson with 1, and Menendorf, number 10, he's had 1 official carry tonight, 31 yards and a touchdown. That was all that he needed there. Lohman, one of the lone receptions brought in for 21 yards and a touchdown, and the other one was brought in by Kalen Arndt. That was for 14 yards in the first quarter for the Aquinas Saints. As the band now wraps up their halftime performance, both teams are coming back out of the locker room. We're going to take a final halftime break here, and we will have second half action. Chieftains going to need a miracle here, down 42-0. Going to need a much, much better second half coming up next on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com. Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd. The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
So we are ready for the start of the third quarter coming up in just a little under a minute and a half here on Tongi Sports Live. And it's kind of like expected. You see Aquinas come back out onto the field, and their minds are already looking forward to next Saturday at the state championship game. Meanwhile, for the Chieftains coming out, I mean, there's really no message you can give, I think, as one of the coaches in the locker room. And I think like you kind of alluded to, that this is one that you just got to walk in and you got to say, you know what, fellas, this is the way it is. What are we going to do about it? What are you going to do about it?
You got to suck it up and challenge your manhood and see what you can do.
For many, many on this team, this is going to be the final 2 quarters of football that they will ever play in the rest of their life. There's a few of them that should and probably will be playing somewhere, at least at the next level. It'd be junior college or Division II or somewhere along those lines. But for the vast majority, Trevor McGraw being one of them, as he's going to be focusing his career on the baseball route. I believe he's actually already committed to KCKCC.
Oh, yeah.
I believe. Speaking of KCKCC, while we have some time here, we're talking on the topic of baseball. A couple of seniors from that trip that we made to the state championship for Tonganoxie in 2021, Mason Davenport, the pitcher, and the shortstop, Garrett Goldbeck, both signing to Division I schools very recently. Mason Davenport's going to be heading to Florida. He's going to be playing for Stetson University, and Garrett Goldbeck staying fairly close to home. He's going to be going to Columbia and will be playing for the Missouri Tigers. So I want to say congratulations to both those guys.
Yeah, no question about it. And that's the only time I will root for Missouri is when I watch Garrett Goldbeck at shortstop for the Missouri Tigers.
For sure. And Davenport, one of the great starting pitcher. He's going to be great talent for Stetson. How sweet would it be if we're talking about a College World Series in the future?
Yeah. It could
Missouri
happen.
versus Stetson. I mean, it could. It could totally happen. But congratulations to both those guys. I know Coach Loomis is just as thrilled as anybody else getting to coach those two young men and seeing them play at the next level and making their dreams come true. Jackson McWilliams teed it up and boots it into the air. This third quarter is officially on its way as it goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, and just like that, Aquinas gets the ball in the second half.
Won the opening coin toss, elected to defer. That's why that first offensive drive was so crucial for the Chieftains to come out, and you can try to get some momentum going, but you drop the ball in literally the first play, and they take over 1st and 10 at the 18. Now see if the Chieftains maybe have some luck and swing their way a little bit here.
Well, we just got to hope it's a tale of two halves so that the Chieftains can shut them down and get that offense going.
Skinner still under center. Handoff up the middle. It goes. He pulled it late and pitches it out. And a first down is picked up, shoved out of bounds by the Chieftains. A handoff up the middle to the tailback, number 30. I think Joseph Walker was right up the middle, was stopped right in his tracks. Skinner pulling it out last second, pitching it out to his wingback.
Executed extremely well there by Aquinas.
Takes it for 14 on that carry.
I mean, the Tongi defense definitely committed to that first fake.
Gain of 14 on the first play of the second half. Aquinas lining up 1st and 10 at their own 34. Man in motion going to the left side of the line. Handoff this time goes up the middle. Zakiah Glover able to chop him down on the carry. That's Joseph again up the middle. Joseph Walker.
Number 11, Tyler Pankey.
And Tyler Pankey also in there.
Gain of 5. Second and 5 Saints. They're on 39-yard line.
And you can even hear it in the voice of Brendan Bolin. We had such a great time calling the game with him last week.
Yeah, you won't find a more positive guy than him.
No,
his dauber's a little down.
Yeah. So I was talking about during the halftime show is how this energy in the stadium, it was really, truly something special. Is another handoff up the middle. It goes. Another first down picked up for Joseph Walker on the gain of 6 yards. That'll move the Saints close, just shy of the 45, 1st and 10 at the 44.
Talking about number 11, Tyler Pankey.
But how in the stadium, people were coming in, 2.5 hours before kickoff even started, and the energy going through the pregame routines and stuff, it was just something that was different. It was for the first ever sub-state championship game played on this field, let alone that this program has ever played in. And it just seemed like so quickly all that energy was just evaporated into the air. An efficient drive, started this drive at least for Aquinas. 2 first downs picked up. Up they go to the middle. Walker not going anywhere, only a gain of 1.
It looks to me like he tried to pull that out, and he was a little late doing it. And if he had, it would have been wide open on the right side.
So they started the game with Gianni Rizzi, and then after he scored a couple touchdowns, they put Cole Richardson in there. He scores a touchdown. Bendendorf gets in there. He scores a touchdown. And now Joseph Walker, like we talked about, this is a Saints team that comes in really lean heavy on running the ball.
Yep.
And they get a lot of different people incorporated in that as well. So there's really not a back that you're not going to see get 40-plus carries in the game. Rizzi you'll see come close to. Like we say, he's been battling some injuries, so he's been having a little bit of a lighter workload. They toss out right side to Walker, try to cut it back up the middle, and I think just getting about a yard past the line of scrimmage. Minimal gain, ball spotted right at the 45-yard line. 3rd down and 8 upcoming. No, 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, and what's made it tough for the Tongi defense is Aquinas hasn't punted. It doesn't seem to matter where they're at on the field. And it's 4th down, they're going to go for it.
Yeah, it's been touchdowns or turnover on downs for the Aquinas offense. Let's see if this Chieftain crowd can try to get into it, try to make a little bit of noise down. 3rd down and 9. Defense trying to turn away the Saints again right at the 45-yard line. Up the middle and stopped right away. Tommy Messersmith, Isaiah Holthouse in on the stop as well. TJ Leeper also back in the game. Good to see him after getting the wind knocked out of him earlier. That's actually going to be a loss of 2.
I think we may see the first punt of the game for Aquinas.
We will. The unit is out
So the defense has done their job. Let's see if we can get anything going on offense.
Still a long ways from really threatening to even make some noise.
Oh, they're down 6 scores. That's
Yeah, but I mean, it starts with just
one
play at a time.
Yeah, you know how you eat an elephant one bite at a time.
With a lot of salt, I imagine.
That's a bad punt.
Bad shank punt off the side of the foot. It's only going to stop it. Chieftains going to be taking over inside the 40, close to the 45.
Chieftains get good field position. They just have to do something on offense here. They've got to get something done.
All starters still back out there right now.
Oh, yeah, there's no quitting these guys.
Yeah. Well, I meant that more in the sense as the Coach Troyer, the offensive coaching staff, not really making any moves, trying to get some new personnel in there or anybody to see, see if this goes out. They're going to stick with the same guys that have got him here to this point.
If down 6 scores, you got to throw it.
Bruisman, the man in the backfield, 2 receivers near side. It's going to be an outside zone on the right side for Bruisman, trying to cut it back up the middle, and that's exactly what it has been all night long. Number 53, Jack Krauser,
number 53, Jack
meets him right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
No gain.
13th carry of the game, 24 yards for Colton Bruisman.
You can say he's been bottled up.
Second and 10 now from the 44. Low snap. McGraw collects, stays in the pocket, has some pressure. Pass is complete. On the Aquinas side of the field, Owen Schmidt, his first reception of the game. First Chieftain receiver outside of Todd Brown to reel one in. He's going to set the Chieftains up. It's going to be 3rd and about 2 at the Aquinas 48-yard line. Forward progress kept him at the 48. He was tackled back on the other side of midfield.
Yeah, you got to go for it on 4th down if you don't make it here.
Now the snap is back. McGraw, right side. Bruisman patiently waiting. Bottled up, 1 yard loss. It's going to be in. Maybe that ball came loose late there at the end. There's a couple of Saints that were diving in just late. No flags were thrown, so no signs of extracurriculars.
I mean, they've got to go for it.
Now Colton Bruisman is hobbling over to the sideline. Tanner Hand will take a spot in the backfield. A loss of 1 is going to be 4th and 3 for the Chieftains at the Aquinas 49-yard line.
That's a long 3, too.
Had less than 10 snaps in Aquinas territory so far tonight.
That's horrible.
Got to have it here. Fake to give the hand throw over the middle is dropped.
He had it and he dropped it.
Incomplete. Todd Brown, another drop in this game.
Chieftains will turn it over on downs at midfield.
Brown was open, had about 3 Aquinas players in the area. If he brings it in, though, he was well beyond the sticks. Would have been a 1st down.
Yeah.
Instead, it's a drop, and again, just the lot of low-hanging heads on this Chieftain sideline right now. Isaiah Holthouse, definitely one of them beyond frustrated so far, as he and his team have just not been able to get any momentum going so far. Now this defense having to go back out there. 5:50 on the clock, 1st and 10. Aquinas taking over at their own 49. Under center, Skinner pitches it out left side, trying to stretch it out. Mendendorf swallowed up from behind, right down at midfield. Tanner Hand came soaring in there.
Staggered by number 22, Tanner Hand.
Tanner's a force on both sides of the ball.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9 Saints from the 50.
Being our Kevin Gallagher American Family Insurance Player of the Game last week in his big role in the historical sectional playoff win at Atchison. And he's going to be one of the big stars that's going to be returning, and it's going to be a part of a crucial senior class next year for Chieftain football. 2nd and 9 play now for Aquinas after the gain of 1. Pitch out this time right side, bottled up for a loss. Brady Martin getting back there and dropping him. Aquinas losing yards that time, back near to the 45 they go.
The defense is doing their job. I mean, the offense doesn't have an answer for this Aquinas defense.
I believe that was Walker Joseph again. Joseph Walker, excuse me. Guess it could really go either way. One of those.
With 13 yards to go, it's third down.
Losing yards there, 3rd down and 13 looming here for the Aquinas Saints at their own 46. Can this defense get another stop here? One man out wide, one back in the backfield. They're going to give it on an end around, up the middle. Wrapping him up, still moving forward past midfield down to around the Chieftain 45-yard line. Still going to be short, but now it might be an attractive option here for Aquinas to go for it on 4th down after what probably only should have been about 2 or 3 yards on the carry. Kept the legs churning, turned it into about 5. Even more, end up getting 8. But
looks like they're going to punt. Well, they're in punt formation anyway. They may try and draw the Chieftains offside.
Back to punt for the Saints, number 84, Wyatt Oliver.
At least they're showing punt formation.
This will be the 2nd straight punt for Aquinas on offense. Nobody back to receive for Tongi. Now whistles on the field.
Timeout, Aquinas.
We have Aquinas call a timeout there. Play clock was starting to run out on them. 3 minutes, 28 seconds in quarter number 3. Still a 42-0 ball game. Aquinas on top of the Chieftains. We'll be back after this fast break on the Chieftains Sports Network, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Welcome back, an audio-only broadcast here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Aquinas going to be in formation to punt on 4th and 5. Punt is away. This one much better. It's going to take a bounce inside the Tongi 20, and it's going to roll inside the 10. And we'll stop right around the 6 or 7 yard line. Much better punt that time for Aquinas, but the defense going out and doing their job yet again, getting a stop. And now the offense can come out and try just to get anything, any little bit of momentum, something to try to turn this energy up for this team.
Yeah, they've had no answer for this Aquinas defense.
You see a lot of the players, like I see Coach Bond going up, kind of consoling Zakiah Glover on the sideline. That's really, it's just what a lot of it's been. You see a lot of the other players going over to him and say, hey, come on, your time's coming. This game's not over. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. McGraw wants to take a shot on 1st down and 10. Looking for Holthouse up the near sideline in front of the Tongi bench. It goes incomplete. Working his way up near the 40-yard line, but he led him too far out of bounds. That's now 7 straight incompletions for Trevor McGraw.
He had a pretty good pocket that time. He had time to throw.
2nd and 10 now from their own 7. McGraw, good pocket again. Steps up, takes a shot late. Batted up in the air. Tyler Pankey, the intended receiver, but it goes incomplete. Tried to make a second effort to come back and reel that one in.
Yeah, that was a good second effort by Pankey there. He almost picked that up.
Another risky pass, or a couple of white jerseys that got a hand on it. Pankey got some hands on it, ricocheted up into the air, took some contact, tried to lean back over, reach out with the right hand as he was falling towards the middle of the field to try to bring it back in, but it hit the turf incomplete. Officials quick on it to say incomplete. 3rd down and 10 now from the 7. Back-to-back incomplete passes for Trevor McGraw to start this drive. They're going to go back through the air. Short pass complete. Tyler Pankey trying to follow his blockers. Lowers the shoulder. Pass to the 15 down to about the 16. And it's a respectable pickup on 3rd down. Still going to bring up 4th down. It's going to be a great one. Oh, about almost 9 picked up.
Yeah, you got to go here.
It's Pankey's first reception of the game over on the far side of the field near the Aquinas bench. Now 4th and 1 from the 16. Need to get to the 17, can convert. They go on the ground. And definitely got enough to pick up the 1st down. Needed 1, got 2. Chieftains keep the chains moving.
Number 16, Bruce, the ball carrier.
They got to keep it going.
Both teams making some substitutions, flipping the formation. Now 2 receivers coming to the near side of the field towards the Tongi sideline. Brusvin in the backfield with McGraw. Holthouse, the lone receiver, up on the far side of the field. Play action, McGraw steps, heaves it. Holthouse 50-50 ball, incomplete. Had a chance to try to go over the back of the defender that was near him, Dallas Cahill, but it falls down incomplete. Then again, you're down 42-0 into the game. I don't mind you taking the shot.
No, I think you get.
Right
I mean, that's what you got to do.
Holthouse has been so good. I usually like to say he brings down those 50-50 balls about almost 90% of the time. That time on the wrong side there, it goes incomplete, almost close to an interception too. I think Holthouse maybe had to play a little bit of defense there towards the tail end to swat it away, but it goes incomplete. 2nd and 10, another snap and another pass through the air. Todd Brown trying to circle back around, was going the wrong direction for a moment, now working his way up the field near the first down marker, and they're going to go ahead and give it to him.
I think that's the first back-to-back first downs we've had the whole game.
Close to about 12 on that pickup for Todd Brown.
1st and 10, Chieftains. They're on 32-yard line.
At this point, I'm really waiting for the Chieftains to go with a little bit more up-tempo pace to try to see if they can keep this Aquinas team on their heels and not allow them to substitute. Have players come in. They snap it right now. 1st and 10 at the 32. Brusvin stretching out far right side. Head of steam, 1st down and more. There's a Colton Brusvin signature run right there, lowering the shoulder. Back-to-back first downs on back-to-back plays there for Tonganoxie as a scamper for Brusvin picks up 13.
That's what we need is this balanced attack.
And his longest run on the night as well, 13 yards. And the offense still taking their time here, trying to.
They need to go with tempo because they're running out of time.
Now under a minute left to go in the 3rd quarter. McGraw play action, clean pocket, throw over the middle. Has Holthouse.
Oh, he had him right. Oh, he had him wide open.
Over the outstretched fingertips of Isaiah Holthouse over the middle of the field, got behind the defense. Cahill again in coverage, almost had the interception on the last throw to Holthouse. That time Holthouse burned him, got behind him about a step and a half. McGraw just led him too far up the field, incomplete.
Boy, they needed that. Keep trying it.
Now this offense maybe starting to gain some confidence, picking up some first down, saying, hey, we can do this. We can move the ball. They throw a design screen. Tyler Pankey just brought down.
Boy, was that read well.
Only 1 yard picked up. He had a lot of space on that left side of the field.
Good open field tackle there by the Saints.
Still only going to go down for a gain of 2 on the completion to Tyler Pankey.
That was a well-designed play.
Clock right now. This could be the final play of the 3rd quarter, just depending. Gets in the hands of McGraw with 16 seconds, throws it quickly. Owen Schmidt picked up near the first down marker. Gain of 7 is going to make a 3rd and 1. Excuse me, 4th and 1.
Yeah, that's another young man that's really come on this year, as Owen Schmidt.
And
4s are up.
Probably and possibly for the final time this year. 4s are up here at Beatty Field. Chieftains have a little bit of momentum going here on offense. They're getting a drive going. 4th and 1 coming up at the start. The 4th quarter coming up next year on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active. When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and your insurance to ensure a smooth transition, especially from a knee or hip replacement. Choose from one of their highly qualified physical therapists for an individualized plan of care to achieve long-term health benefits. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Go to PT.
So coming out of the quick timeout here, first play of the fourth quarter is upcoming, 4th and 1 for the Chieftains.
Got to pick this up.
It's a bad snap. McGraw's got to run with it. Got some space, though. He's got to pick it up and slide down near the 40-yard line. It's a pick up a first down.
On a broken play.
That snap was rolled back to the top of the shoelaces of Trevor McGraw. It looked like broken play was written all over. He was able to bail out along the right side and then had a lot of space. Looked like not really many Saints were in the area. So he's able to take it up to the 40 for a first down. 1st and 10 now. So he started his slide at the 41. Still was enough to pick up the first down. 1st and 10, Chieftains. Bruisman in the backfield with McGraw. They're going to hand it to him. Stretching along the right side. First down, lowers the shoulder, runs over a couple of Saints.
16 Bruisman, the ball carrier.
Absorbing the contact right in the chest. Miles McDaniel. That was enough to bring Bruisman down now after about a gain of 7 or so.
Yeah, we're starting to see some underclassmen come in for the Saints.
Another low snap. McGraw collects. Wants to pass. He's going to heave it. Holthouse one-on-one in the end zone. Goes up and brings it in. Touchdown, Chieftains. Goose egg is off the board. It's a 33-yard touchdown pass. Biggest play of the night, without a doubt, for Tonganoxie. That's Isaiah's first catch of the night as well. He's been targeted a handful of times. They finally connected. It's the hit pay dirt.
Yeah, it was a nice throw by Trevor McGraw and a nice catch by number 81.
They get the goose egg off the board. 6 points. Extra point pending for Jackson McWilliams. Good snap, good hold. The boot from McWilliams. Flips the upright and good. Makes it a 42-7 ball game for the time being. Now, if you're the Chieftains, do you come out and maybe do you try to go with an onside kick here, try to catch them off guard?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. If you want to have any chance at all to get back in this game, you've got to do some trickery now. You got to pull everything out of the old hat now, because there is no tomorrow.
Yeah, there's for the time being. Let's see. I'm trying to get in and see if I can get a scoring update of the Wamego game. See who is winning that in the 4A East.
You mean 4A West?
4A West. Yeah, thank you. Correct me on that. So right now, Andover Central 14, Wamego 7. So it's a tight one over there. Odds are, barring anything really crazy happening, they're going to be taking on the Aquinas Saints.
Kicking out for the Chieftains, number 8, Jackson McWilliams.
We'll see. Chieftain offense finally gets something going on offense. Now McWilliams has it teed up at the 40. Aquinas lined up like if this was going to be any other kickoff. McWilliams coming up, and they're going to boot it deep at the low-lining squib. And it's brought in, and play is blown dead. It kind of ricocheted off of one Saint and into the hands of another. They blow the play dead as he slipped up near the 20. Well, works kind of just like a touchback right there. So 10:44 left to go. Aquinas.
Who do they have at quarterback here?
Still Aiden Skinner. Well,
there's some clean jerseys out there. I mean, some new faces.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it looks like we do have a change at quarterback. It's Jimmy Gillett, 6'3", 174-pound backup quarterback. He's a sophomore. Number 16 now under center for Aquinas. And it's going to be a run here on the left side. Joseph Walker on the carry. So like you had said, Aquinas taking their starters out in the game. Smart play, of course.
No, absolutely.
Game.
No question.
Already pretty well in the bag. You're punching your ticket. Aquinas are going to be looking to bring home their second ever state championship
Well, what was that graphic or that stat that you was telling me during the break, partner, that the last time you take it?
So coming into this game, Tonganoxie, they were looking to become the first public school to represent 4A East in a state championship game since 2013. And we're not counting the years. There were some years from about 2014 to 2017 where there were two divisions of 4A, 4A1 and 4A2 as another carry for Walker up the middle. Picks up good yardage, takes it to the 30. He needed one more yard. It's going to be 3rd and 1. So we're not counting those years necessarily, but you have to go back to 2013, and that was Coffeyville, Field Kinley, the Golden Tornadoes that faced Bueller. They lost in that championship game, but you have to go back 10 years when there's been one representative from 4A East.
That was a private school. I mean, that was a public school.
That was a public school, right. Everybody knows all the we don't need to bring it to anyone's attention. Everybody knows. Another play under center. It's a toss out to the right side. Walker able to break one tackle, lunge forward, picks up a fresh set of downs for the Saints as they continue to go down the field, and the clock continues to run as we're under 9 minutes left to go in the ball game.
Well, that's what Aquinas wants to do. They just want to run this thing out and head west for the state championship game.
They won their first state championship back in 2018 under Coach Randy Drilling. Drilling, that was his 8th championship as a head coach.
Wow.
He had won the previous 7 with Hutchinson, and a championship this year. That means that with Ty Drilling, with former Cape and Mount Carmel coach Ed Kerwill, with the most all-time by a football head coach in Kansas at 9. Another handoff, left side for Aquinas. Good chunk picked up, about 4, 2nd and 6 upcoming. Now under 8 minutes left to go in the game. I was really surprised to hear. I figured John Holmes, the head coach at Bishop Miege, after they had won 6 straight, I thought maybe that I guess he has not won one before then. They won last year as well after a 2-year hiatus for St. James Academy. Everyone's seeing the trend.
Yeah. Another private school.
Aquinas coming to line up now, 2nd and 6 at their own 37-yard line, under 7.5 now. Wing back in motion to the right side. They pitch it out to the halfback, trying to follow his blocks, able to break one tackle, but nothing more. And now some late pushing and shoving here coming for the Chieftains. Sure, big number 71, Tyler Barnes, big 6'1", 281-pound sophomore. My goodness. Now you can start to see maybe some frustration starting to come out here for the Chieftains, but you just got to try your best here to finish the game, cap it off, and just try to go along with it. Coming to the line again. It was 2nd and 6. They picked up 2, so now 3rd and 4. Motion to the left side, and they pitch it out to him, and he picks up ahead of steam. Yep, stopped right at the 40. It was a pitch out to Bryson Taylor.
Let's see if they punt or if they're going to go for it. Looks like they're going to punt.
It would appear that way. So Aquinas, you kind of tell in their play calling the dogs off there as well, not being so aggressive for it on 4th down. There was a time in the first half they went for it on 3 or 4 straight 4th downs. They converted the first time, and they were turned away the 2 times in a row.
Yeah, they're just running the clock, too. Which is smart.
Tanner the man back to receive for the Chieftains. He's working his way inside the 25. And the play clock now at 0. Flag goes up in the air.
Well, why is the clock still running? Why is the clock still running? Oh, I know why the clock's still running. It's a running clock.
A flag delay game for Aquinas. That just backs him up.
Now they can run another. They can get it down to 5 minutes before they kick it.
This is something like you'd see Bill Belichick do with the Patriots in the NFL. They do get it back, and it's blocked by Isaiah Holthouse coming up the middle. Scoop and score for Isaiah Holthouse. He came barreling up the middle, gets the block on the punt, and scoops it up and takes it to the end zone. His 2nd touchdown of the night, all coming in the span the fourth quarter here. That gives this Chieftain crowd something to cheer for late here. Extra point unit coming on for Tonganoxie. Colton Brusman to snaps. Zakiah Glover to hold. Jax McWilliams looking to make it 14 points.
Holthouse got some air on that.
He did.
He got up.
He came right through the middle. And still waiting there, waiting for the whole unit to get out. Here we go. Braden Folsom to come in there. He now comes from the sideline. Aquinas sending somebody in as well. Now McWilliams is in position, and now flag's going to be thrown.
Illegal substitution?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Somebody came on really late there for Aquinas.
There's no flag. There's no penalty.
Oh,
there's
they
no
picked
flag.
it up.
There's no penalty.
You know, we've seen a really clean game from a penalty standpoint.
Each team only one penalty. I mean, outside of the delay game for Aquinas, so that's their second for 20 penalty yards. Extra point up for McWilliams and good. Chieftains only one penalty for 5 yards, so it has been a clean game as far as the flags and the laundry on the field goes. Blocked punt from Isaiah Holthouse, a special teams touchdown. Maybe just what they were looking for there, something to get them up and going here. 3 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in the season. They trail 42-14 the St. Thomas Aquinas.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Back on Tongi Sports Live, the final 3 minutes, 58 seconds of the season coming to a wrap. We appreciate everybody that's been tuning in to watch us tonight. The lone free option that you could follow along with this game tonight. We appreciate everybody's support. The kickoff for the Chieftains has got a great return, angling out near the Aquinas bench and knocked out of bounds near the 50-yard line. It was a little bit of a squib kick from Jackson McWilliams. It was taken in. I didn't quite catch the number.
19.
Number 19, Bryson Taylor on the return, to sophomore. And the clock continuing to run again here. We'll wait and see. I'm not sure if we'll get Coach Preston Troyer up for an interview or not. I know it's always tough after the last game of the year. You want to spin it down there with your team and the seniors. So we'll wait and see on that. We'll kind of give some of our final thoughts, wrapping up our coverage of this season. We'll talk about our coverage upcoming for the winter sports season. I'm sure everyone's been seeing the scroller at the top. First winter broadcast is going to be Friday, December 1st, a basketball doubleheader at Lewisburg. As we're gonna have a real quick turnaround here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We're gonna have the Thanksgiving break next weekend, and then the weekend after that we're gonna be right back in action. So no reason for you and I to be rusty when we come back on December 1st.
We have no excuses.
And now the seniors starting to get called off the field as Colton Brusman and Tyler Pankey have come off as now they get their curtain call. You can hear the applause from all the folks that come out to this game. There's a gain of 3 on the first play for Aquinas. 2nd and 7 now at the Chieftain 47-yard line off the great return from Taylor. Joseph Walker running on the right side, takes it inside the 45 as we now approach the 2-minute warning. Now Tommy Messersmith will come off. And this Chieftain team, I believe, with 12 seniors.
12 seniors.
Now Noah Bailey comes off as well. This is always the toughest part of any sports season, not just football, but when the players are coming off and it's the final time, off the field, off the court, off the diamond, no matter off the pitch, no matter where it is. Third down play right near the first down and the line to gain right at the 40. They're going to mark him just short, but really Aquinas thinking without it being fourth down. Not sure what they'll try to do here. Brendan Briley will now come off the field. He gets a nice hug from Coach Bond, and Preston Troyer, Zakiah Glover as well will come out. I think for this team,
boy, it's been quite a ride, though. Hats off to these Chieftains.
And this is a season this year I think nobody saw coming.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, I think you and I had an inkling.
But I think it took a hit when you hear Talon Langford goes down with the knee injury. Trevor McGraw back, and we just didn't know. As the Aquinas Saints will sneak up the middle on fourth, they'll convert, and that's going to do it.
Yep.
They do not need to run another play.
That's the ball game.
The Chieftains have just taken this town by storm.
Yeah, you can hear the crowd saying, "Heck of a year, boys. Thank you."
And now walk up the midfield line. That is it. Yep, thank you, boys. No doubt about it. Seniors heading to the front of the line. They'll shake hands with Aquinas. Your score, Aquinas 42, Tonganoxie 14. Congratulations to St. Thomas Aquinas. They'll be advancing to compete in the state championship game, their second ever.
They'll be the heavy favorite.
And that's the final.
They await the winner of Andover Central and Wamego.
Chieftains 14.
We'll see if
we ask for your assistance in picking up the facility after the game.
We'll see if Wamego can make the comeback in there. They've been running over everybody that they have played so far. Andover Central gave them a good run for their money, but that is going to do it here for the Chieftains here. You know, this is a program that had not gotten past the sectional round of the playoffs. The last time they were there, it was here on this home turf in 2020 against Bishop Miege. They lose 30-7. Next couple of years, they go 4-4 in the regular season. They lose in week 9 that following season to Bishop Miege here at home. The following year on the road at Piper. Coming into this year, I'll say it, I didn't think this was really a team that could make it to a sub-state final.
Well, they've surprised me to get this far, but I really thought they'd at least win one game in the playoffs.
Yeah, given the news of Talon Lakeford is what I was getting to.
Exactly.
But we had, I had no idea. We had really no idea what Colton or we knew what Colton Bruce was going to bring, but Trevor McGraw, he was the big thing we last saw him as a sophomore. In his last play as a junior, he threw an interception, almost a pick six before unfortunately breaking his collarbone. How much maturity has he had? And oh my God!
Oh, he stepped up big time.
No doubt about
it. Historic season for the Chieftains.
Literally, no hyperbole. They are the first team ever, out of all the great teams that had come from them before, to compete in a sub-state championship game. They did it here on their home field in front of their home crowd.
And now at this time,
expected 3,000 plus.
Champions who will be moving on to the state championship game next week in Topeka, the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints.
It's in Topeka.
Congratulations to both teams.
Aquinas was just handed their sub-state championship plaque. The Chieftains going to get their runner-up plaque. I'm sure somebody will take it in the locker room and they'll just stuff it away in the coach's office.
35-34. Caden Mount Carmel's up 42-17 over Eisenhower. In 6A, Gardner's up 20-3 on Blue Valley.
I think here if we can.
Rockland Rural is currently up on Derby 20-20.
If I could do this here real quick, I do want to.
Topeka Hayden is currently beating Holton 20-14, and Andale is currently up on Cheney 24-14.
So the Chieftains overall, they finished 9-3 on the season. They started their season to win against Mason Linwood. They lose on the road at Spring Hill in a game that they should have won. They gave up two interceptions. Spring Hill cashed them in for 14 points in a game they lose by 7. They go on a tear their next about 3 games or so. They beat Chanute at home. They handle Paola on the road. They rout Bonner Springs. They come home, have a tough loss to Lewisburg, 30-29.
Should have won that game.
Should have won that game. They hadn't lost a game since then until tonight, and including a thriller last week, 57-50 at Atchison, and a physical slugfest 28-21 the week before in the regional round against Chanute. This was definitely a team that came out, they made history, and they made a whole community proud and a whole set of broadcasters here proud too.
Boy, you got that right. Yeah, that's, hell of a year.
The team is just kind of huddled up around midfield again. We don't know if Coach Troyer is going to be coming up for an interview or not.
Well, why don't we go ahead and pick the player of the game?
Sure, if we would like to do that.
Isaiah Holthouse.
The player of the game, that's our Kevin Gallagher, American Family Insurance player of the game. Kevin and his team with American Family Insurance has been serving Tonganoxie for over 25 years for all your insurance needs, home, life, auto, and more. Kevin Gallagher Agency is there to serve you every step of the way. Yeah, really nobody else you could give it to.
Nope.
Right? Holthouse, the big touchdown reception, also coming through with the block punt, the scoop and score simultaneously, taking it in. All 14 points for the Chieftains responsible for him, minus the extra points. So
yeah,
I guess 12 for Holthouse, and then 2 extra points added on for Jackson McWilliams. And I'll go ahead and say that block punt and touchdown, that was our absolute play of the game, brought to you by Absolute Painting. From a fresh coat of paint to refinishing your cabinets, they can do it all. And this time of year, they turn to indoor work with incredible interior paint specials. You can call for your free quote today at 785-333-9651. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. And now all the parents and families getting to make their way out onto the field, finding their
student athlete.
Finding, their loved one out there, hugging them. Definitely a moment that I remember vividly. Every senior remembers vividly when they walk off for the final time. But still, and it's much easier said than done to say in this moment right now, the last thing that they want to hear is that you guys had a great season.
Yeah.
But really, I mean, you got to step back. You got to realize that what they had just done this season had never been done before in the long 100-plus history of this program here.
Yep.
Of Tonganoxie football at Tonganoxie High School. And it stings, it burns, and it hurts right now for them. But they are going to realize once the sun comes up tomorrow, as it always does, every day after a tough loss, they're going to realize that what they had accomplished this whole entire season had not been done before, and it might take some time before it is even done again. But I know the team, they got some good parts. They're going to be returning next year. It's going to start with Talon Langford coming back at quarterback, coming off the knee injury for his senior year.
Tanner Hand's
going to be the star running back as well. And as far as the receiving core, Owen Schmidt, he really stepped up when Tyler Pankey was out with injury.
I'm really high on that young man.
And I'm sure there's going to be others as well that are around, that have been on this scout team and that are on this JV squad that we just might not be super familiar with as of right now. There's going to be others that come out and surprise us, and we really, really are looking forward to it. But as of right now, the 2023 season concludes at home, 42-14, St. Thomas Aquinas over the Tonganoxie Chieftains.
Yeah, and it looks like Coach Troyer is going to spend his time with his seniors down there as he should.
Totally 100% okay with that. Jackson McWilliams coming up into the stands to see his family. Please be careful with walking on the bleachers with those cleats. It is slick.
Yep.
And hugging his, can't tell if that's his mom or just hugging
his
family. Yep. So yeah, no interview with Coach Troyer right now. He is taking it in with his class right now. And I'll tell you what, partner, this game is over.
Yeah.
Let's stand by. I'm over this audio only crap. This is ridiculous. We even had to do this. But I'm going to take us in. If you want to grab that camera and get it off the scoreboard and try to zoom it in.
Okay.
On the players here. If they want to get us in trouble for this, then so be it. If we want to show, you're going to have to zoom out. Zoom out. So we just want to show everybody the scene here. Out on the field, you see, again, all the parents and all the players are still out there right now. Everyone, they're going to be taking their sweet time. We're not going to be the last ones walking out of the stadium, I think, for the first time.
I don't think so. Probably the first time for the whole season.
Yep. And now Jackson McWilliams going down, hugging his mom at the end of the bleachers. Quite a scene here.
Yep.
At Tonganoxie High. It's one that you never like to see, of course, but still, without a doubt, historic, amazing season brought on by these Tonganoxie Chieftains. And we're going to keep the momentum rolling with us. Again, we're going to be off all next week. We're going to enjoy the Thanksgiving holidays. Hope everybody else does the same. And when we come back, it's going to be Friday, December 1st, our first basketball doubleheader on Tonganoxie Sports
Looking
Live.
forward to that, partner.
Yep, should be an exciting young team. We'll see maybe if talent can make a comeback maybe later in the year. We'll see about it, but it's a team that didn't have a whole lot of seniors. I think there's only maybe two.
Yeah.
I remember Caleb Clark and Brandon Wilson.
Yeah.
There was a young underclassmen class that got a lot of experience at the varsity level. Lachlan McRae and Merrick Davenport. They're going to be kind of the key building blocks of this team moving forward.
Yeah,
it's going to be really exciting.
I'm really excited to see Lachlan. He, well, I tell you what, as a freshman, he was just outstanding.
Yep, he definitely was, and he's been getting in the weight room. He's put on some muscle.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure everybody else has. They've already been underway with basketball practices.
The first time he walked by us, I thought, "Gum, is that Lachlan?"
Yeah,
you couldn't hardly recognize him.
Yeah, so Coach Jones is going to have that squad ready to go, and Coach Loomis and the Lady Chieftains as well, as they're going to be looking to bounce back.
Oh, and we did find out from our buddy Brendan that Lachlan McRae will be the place kicker for the Chieftains next year.
Yeah, so with McWilliams.
Got big shoes to fill with Money McWilliams, but
arguably, and maybe not so arguably, the best kicker in Tonganoxie High School
football
history, Jackson McWilliams. We know he's going to be playing at the next level somewhere, but Lachlan McRae is going to try to take a stab at the dual sport stuff next year. So it's time to change his mind. That's just what we were told last, but
we'll see.
Yeah, but first of all, we just want to say thank you for everybody. If you're still sticking around, and even if you tuned in with us tonight, I know the circumstances were not what anybody wanted. Believe us, we tried everything in our power and then some more to try to get it to where it didn't have to be the way it was. Everyone, you know who to call, you know who to contact with that. But if you were still here with us throughout the whole entire night, we thank you so much for your support. And we want to I just want to say, I've been hearing the feedback from the community through this whole entire week and their responses, and you guys have been awesome and incredible. And it's going to be because of your voices that are being heard that hopefully there's going to be some change brought forward, and this kind of thing won't have to happen again.
Partner, I want to bring this up. You see the Aquinas player walking off there, that number 48, 58?
Number 58.
Number 58. You know what I think just happened? I believe one of the coaches brought him over and made him apologize to someone. I really think that's what happened.
Quite possibly. I mean, that looks like Pierce Cunningham, a 5'10" senior.
I don't know if
lineman.
there were some words exchanged or, some bad blood or what, but we saw some pushing and shoving going on. But I honestly believe that's what that was.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. There were definitely some words exchanged there, but
that's a lot
of good spirit.
If it was, I'll say that's classy by Aquinas.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And again, we want to wish them the best of luck in the state championship game.
I don't think they're going to need it.
Yeah, I mean, they are.
This is a team. I'm telling you,
definitely, without a doubt. We heard about this defense, how great they were coming in, and
oh man,
and
the speed is what really impressed me.
The speed, the size, I mean, they had
it all, man.
They had it all on offense and on defense as well. Their running backs, I mean, they have basically a hydra of running backs in the backfield. I mean, you think you could slow down one, they put in another, and he'll put up 100 yards on you and a couple touchdowns. So
they just reload.
Good luck the rest of the way. We're going to have a new state champion regardless, with Miege being knocked out. And it's going to be a new 4A state champion, I believe, since that 2013 season. Yeah. It's been Miege went on that run of 6 straight. St. James Academy won back-to-back, and then last year Bishop Miege won again, and now St. Thomas Aquinas are looking to win their second ever state championship this next Saturday.
If they don't win it, I'll be shocked.
As of right now, I believe last time we checked, Andover Central was up 14-7 over Wamego, and we'll see real quick if we can get a final score update on that. Everyone just stand by there. But again, I want to thank these players. Of course,
yeah.
This is
been a fun ride, hasn't it, partner?
I mean, it's been so fun. I mean, this is what we look forward to doing all throughout the week, is calling the games. And there's there's parents and everyone that come up to us and they want to thank us for what we do, but it's
Yeah.
really, we want to thank them for allowing us, giving us this platform, and of course the high school principal Cody Witt and athletic director Josie Eastis, among many others, that allow us to come in and provide this outlet and resource to members of the community. We look forward to doing this every single week.
It's so much fun.
It is so much fun, and it is final Andover Central 26, Wamego 7. So the 1 seed in the West is down. Andover Central, St. Thomas Aquinas. That is your 4A state championship game next Saturday in Topeka at the Hummer Sports Complex. So if anyone's going to be interested in that, the same guys you had to pay $12 to watch tonight, you can do it next week. I don't know why you would, but if that's your thing, you go do that. Looks like Aquinas might be winning their second ever state championship. But maybe the Jaguars, maybe they can pull off something
You never
special
know.
any given Saturday, right?
Yep.
So that is going to put a bow on our coverage. We want to thank everybody for sticking with us the entire 2023 season. These last 12 weeks have just been so much fun. And a shout out to Brendan Bolin. He's already out of here, but filling in for us.
Oh, yeah.
In week 4 at Paola when you and I were busy, and also coming in helping us out, running some camera on some road games, and of course being with us on the call last week at that spectacular finish, 57-50 at Atchison.
Yep.
And you guys are going to be seeing and hearing a lot more of him this winter as well. We're going to get him on for some basketball games, so do not worry about that. For one final time for Beatty Field in the 2023 season, alongside Dennis Drennan, I'm Dylan Funk saying good night. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening tonight, and we will see you all
Happy
in 2
Thanksgiving.
weeks. And happy Thanksgiving. We will see you all after the holiday break, December 1st in Lewisburg.